Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehaw Lads podcast, episode number 101. Last week was our big episode 100 milestone sort of event dealio, and we were tired and weren't prepared for it.
Nope.
But this week we're actually prepared for it.
Yep.
I think.
Kinda.
So
we did a thing.
We did do a thing. But to start off the episode, I talked about this probably 60 episodes ago, but I got a joke book for Christmas. Not last year, the year before.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start throwing one out at the beginning of these episodes.
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
What do you got?
They're awful. Like, genuinely
like
terrible.
dad joke awful?
Awful.
Oh.
Like not like the ones that
like,
get skipped over in the dad joke.
Like, I have to sort through them because half of them are just that
Oh, they're on
terrible.
like flashcards.
They are cheesy jokes. They're like a slice of craft cheese. Yeah, it's already
So that's
bad.
the class we're getting in.
Yeah. How do trees access the internet? Anybody got anything?
No.
They log in.
And
that's the joke.
Stupid.
God damn.
That looks like it was from the 80s.
Oh,
That's
it's
just
probably.
their paper.
Oh, it's so paper thin. They log in. Get it? Because they're trees and they're made of
God
logs.
damn. I was thinking like fiber
See,
or
this is-
like modem. I'm like,
this is-
where's
too
the
hard.
connection here?
This is why we need the drum pad or the sound
you
effect.
have a
machine.
soundboard. Just put it on a button.
No, because you'll be over there fucking.
Nah, we'll only load like
we
joke
give
ones.
Marcus an Elgato Stream Deck, and he's going to hit the quack, quack.
Yeah, if we give Marcus too much power, one, he'll mute Andy, and then two, he'll start ham horning the whole episode.
Bye,
He already
Andy.
muted Andy.
Son of a.
This is why he can't have any power. But this week, we're going to be talking about our first Rallycross event of the year up at Byron Motorsports Park, hosted by the Milwaukee region SCCA Rallycross division.
For anybody who doesn't know,
It's a lot of words.
Milwaukee's really far away.
Milwaukee is in Wisconsin. Byron is not.
Byron's an hour away, and Milwaukee is 2.5
Yeah,
ish.
the entire Milwaukee
most.
region Rallycross section races
Comes
at
to
Byron,
Illinois.
Yeah.
which is an hour from us and like 2 hours from them. So
Yeah. So, but yeah, they used to have a.
there was one up in Adams, Wisconsin,
location,
but
yeah.
that complex got sold, I do believe. But we're gonna be talking about that this week. So let's go around the table and say who drives what, because hopefully we'll have some new listeners who aren't 100% sure with our voices and what.
Yeah.
So Marcus, who are you? What do you drive?
Hi, I'm Marcus, and I drive the 2002 Subaru Outback,
I
the
wanted you
red
to,
one.
I wanted you to say, I'm Marcus, and I drive a shitbox. Like it's an AA meeting. Like we each have to say.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
I nickname it the shitbox, or I don't know.
No,
one
that's really about all you call
yeah,
it.
The red one.
the red one, or
'Cause you also
something
have a
that's
parts car,
kind
but-
of growing on me is Red 40
Oh, because it's cancerous. Because it's
I
bad
love
for
that.
you.
because it's killing me
got-
on the inside.
That one has cancer of the skin. Turns
yeah,
out.
it does.
You guys will see
Rust.
pictures of it as we go through the episode later.
Yes.
I am Brian. I am the host, owner, bought all the equipment, laughs at Marcus the most. I
you.
drive the 458 Honda Fit. It's a 2008 GD
Repsol livery.
Repsol livery, custom painted right here at home.
Yeah.
It took like
Tractor paint.
it is tractor paint
Yeah.
to the like. It turned out so nice for tractor paint,
Correct.
but it's still tractor paint, you know. So
yeah.
that is a 2008 Manuel 1.5 liter
Also,
in
just
stock front wheel drive.
yes, just because you added it. My number is 338,
Mm-hmm.
which stands for 338 Lapua, and I am in stock all wheel.
Correct.
Yes.
Nick, what do you race?
I'm Nick, and I race the Sony Alpha Z VE10 and a Nikon DS3500.
Pushes that shit to its limit.
He wasn't even close to its limit. For reference, that's my camera that we're recording this on. And
It's yours, and then
Yeah.
that's my wife and I's as
We
the
are-
second one.
That was good. I'm proud of that.
Thanks.
yeah, that was actually a banger.
dude, I thought of it quick when you were saying your Honda Fit. I'm like, what was Brian's camera again?
name? He's pulling up the 10x lens, trying to zoom in on my camera and see what the logos are on it. But yeah, ZVE10. Great little camera, mirrorless. I love that
I
thing.
am contemplating getting it because it's still $500.
Let's go.
I just
All right.
might. It might be the dedicated rally camera.
Hell yeah. Andy, who are you?
I'm
dumbass.
Andy. I'm Andy, and I drive a shitbox.
Your hubcaps do
Hi,
say that.
Andy.
Literally.
Did they
Thank you for the 3D printed ones.
Did they survive the whole event?
So when I with rally prep that we'll get into.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute.
I thought the hubcap was what was making that noise, but it was too metal on metal. I checked that wheel and it was a little loose, but it wasn't fully popped out. I just had to like poke it back in. So for reference, Marcus 3D printed me hubcaps for my wheels that say shitbox in the middle of them.
You actually got
Very
you got like the first test print ones that were like okay enough that snapped in. But
No, they have none of them have fallen out yet. They survived the rally event and just daily driving it. So yeah.
So what is your shit box?
1997 Subaru Legacy Slick Top.
Brighton.
Brighton
What do you mean
base
slick
model.
top?
It has
people call
no.
it
It has
that?
no factory. Yeah, it has no factory. They're also called Nuggets. I swear to God, that's what they call
the
them.
fuck?
I don't know why.
Who the fuck came up with that term?
Subaru owners
But yeah,
are
it's
just
a-
as
it's
bad
a-
as Jeep owners. To be honest.
It's not a good group chat to be in.
No.
But yeah, it's a second gen Legacy base, absolute base model.
Mm-hmm.
So much so that when I put disc brakes in the rear, I had to jump up to prepared all wheel drive.
Yeah.
So
big changes.
not really, just literally just that, and the brakes still sucked the whole time. So
Which I'm sure we'll get into.
yeah.
So now we'll get into our pre-race section. So this is going to be our last, like the last upcoming week of us getting the little tweaks done, little stuff left over.
Or if you're me, the night before, literally.
I'm surprised that well, still into the morning pretty much. but-
Kinda, yeah.
So yeah, mine, I think I had the least amount to do because mine was already finished up the week before, parked in the shop because the mice were eating through my wires again after I fixed all of them.
Yeah.
So it stayed in the shop all week. So
You-
all I had to do was load it up on Saturday.
Yeah, but you over winter you put a clutch in it,
Over
and a
winter, I-
slave cylinder, and
Yeah, over winter I've done a ton of things to prepare it for this
Yeah.
race season. So
fixing mice damage.
I had been rather hard on the stock clutch that was in the car to begin with. So I was, debating on replacing it. The engagement point was getting a little high in the pedal, so I'm like, I should replace it. Got in it one day to move it, and it wouldn't rev past 3,000. The clutch pedal went straight to the floor and had no pressure. I'm like, I guess I'm doing all that now. So turns out mice had ate through my clutch hose, my mass airflow, my oxygen sensor, and a handful of other things on the car. So I basically rewired the whole engine bay, put a new clutch in it, new master cylinder, all the stuff. Parked it outside for 2 weeks when it was done, and they already started eating through them again. So
Yeah.
Luckily,
It's
it wasn't anything important that they chewed through.
my backup light does not work.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it worked anyway, to be fair.
I don't
So
recall it ever.
I think that might be the fuse that's pulled out to run my helmet air blower.
Oh,
Don't know.
fair.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the prep I had done before this.
I mean, you're not driving it on the street.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
That,
I mean, legally, no.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the amount of work I've been getting into to keep that thing alive.
SMV sign in it.
I
Fucking drive it around the block.
I'll just write Polaris Ranger on the side. They'll never.
Nobody
You can
roll all
literally
the
drive it
windows
anywhere.
down.
Yeah.
To
No one
be
would
fair,
care.
if I stop racing, I'll just cut the back off and pickup truck it. Like why
Correct.
You
not?
should.
I've
A lot
already
of people
thought
do
about
that
doing
with
that.
Jettas.
Yeah, but so that thing was sitting in the shop. Oh, they ate more wires on it, so now it lived in the shop until it was time to go. So I just pulled up Saturday afternoon, loaded on the trailer, and that was about it for my prep. When I got there, Michael was finishing the prep on his car, the 357 Champagne Gold Subaru Outback. I think it's a
06, 08? One of the
It's either a 6 or an 8. It's
Yeah.
it's an even number year, but
Yeah.
he is in stock all-wheel drive
With Marcus, yeah.
with Marcus. That is, and as I pull up, I see him like charging the air conditioning because he had also had to pull his engine out of the car over the winter because his blew up as well.
Yeah.
Because
2.5 liter
Subaru
problems.
things.
Subarus just do that. So he's charging the AC. He's like, I'm not going to need it in the morning, but man, on the way home, it's going to feel nice.
Yeah, I definitely started using it
Same.
probably
I took-
halfway through the morning runs and then all the afternoon.
I took my shoes off when we were driving out of the park because my feet were so
yeah.
fucking sweaty. I had the AC blast.
okay.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Like mid race, like kicking a shoe off. Like, what do you?
Need more grip.
Okay, Marcus, what'd you do for pre-race prep in this last week or so? well, you could go back to swapping the engine in and out.
I'll
Yeah.
just kind of do a little overview. So
it a
between
type 5, yeah.
this season or last season and this season, we got a donor car with the exact same engine trans in it,
which was a nightmare to get.
which was a nightmare to get.
Go check out that episode, the worst marketplace deal of all time.
Correct.
My brain still hurts from that.
Glad I didn't go for you for that.
So did a engine swap, rebuild, all new gaskets, stuff like that. Just kind of a good general once over. New fluid, spark plugs, spark plug wiring.
From a 2.5 to a 2.5. No changes, but just a newer engine.
just
a better engine.
A refreshed engine that didn't have a horrible fucking knocking, cranking noise.
It had a bottom end clatter and would push all the coolant out of it.
Yeah, it wasn't happy. So, new engine, new trans.
And then
tie rods, just some kind of other things that needed to be done. It's she's been abused.
I mean,
used and abused.
It's an
so,
02. It's 23 years old. At that point, that might as well be expired.
Yeah. So
How I feel anyway.
then I also got I took the rims, the stock rims off the donor vehicle, painted those, got all those cleaned up and nice.
Fresh snow tires.
Fresh snow tires, some Sumamoto ice edges.
Sumitomo ice edge.
You
yes.
and Michael both bring the tires there and
Yes.
swap them before the
Yes.
race.
Yeah, where I can't because I can't drive my car, so I just
Yeah.
leave the winters on it.
And
You could drive yours on the road, but
I
you
don't
just-
wanna.
You don't wanna.
Not after I beat it as hard as I do.
Fair.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
it doesn't hurt to have an extra spare trailer in
So,
case
yeah.
one of the four of us break.
So both Michael and Marcus bring a set of 4 tires and a jack.
and an impact and a
Yeah.
torque wrench. Mm-hmm. So,
And some wrenches
yeah.
for
Yeah.
removals of things.
So,
So,
literally when we get to the track, it's like a NASCAR pit crew. They're both jacking up their car. Zing, zing, zing.
Not the
zing,
only
trying
one.
to-
There's probably a handful of people who do that
There's
too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
4 or 5, including me and Michael. I think.
Oh yeah, I think there's a good handful of people
Yeah.
who do that.
I can't,
Well, there's people who do it for preference and people who do it for necessity.
Yeah.
So.
I believe that Ben in the Mini Cooper does as well.
yes. Okay. I couldn't think of their name, but yes, I did see them
Because
change the tires. when
He
I looked.
dollies his car so
Yes.
the backs are on the road, so he has
Yep.
to switch those
Yep.
so he can put streets on it to roll it back to Minnesota, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, Ben's far out. I'm pretty sure he's from Minnesota.
He could leave snows on the front.
Well, he could, but he drives it when he gets home.
Oh, that's
you
fair.
know.
Less
but
work to do when you get home.
it's trailered-ish.
Yeah.
Just
sorta.
enough to be
But so,
annoying,
yeah, got all that done. Kind of had an issue with the transmission leaking. Fixed that. Thank God it wasn't anything too major. It was just some nasty dry rotted hoses.
and the pan
Um,
gasket that
and
didn't
the
seal.
pan gasket. Well, I honestly at this point I think the cork pan gasket did seal.
No, I think it definitely
Okay,
leaked.
potato,
The
whatever.
leak got much smaller after we fixed that. It still
Yeah.
leaked a lot.
Yeah.
But
So, yeah. Other than that, just kind of, I cleaned. Just kind of, I that's my daily, my shitbox daily. So like, I keep a lot of stupid shit in there. So like, I
Strip
cleaned
it
up.
down.
Yeah,
all
took
the
the spare out, my spare
unnecessities
tools, put some stuff where they belong, stuff like that.
took your roof rack off.
I took my roof rack
So
off.
is this the first time we've taken it off since we wired up the light bar and did all that stuff?
Yes,
How did that go?
super easy.
Yeah.
So there's Amazon Basic roof rails, and then the basket sits on top of that. So I just take the roof rails with the basket completely off.
Sure.
So it's 4 Allen screws
And it's still
and
rigid.
1 plug.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about it is I bought the plugs to do it. So I have basically, I call them blank plugs that I
basically plug caps.
yeah.
And you can seal the connector.
I just fucking hot glued the shit out of it. And so I have caps to at least, close the connection off. So if I'm running it for an extended period of time with a light, it's not going to get nasty.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah, I got that taken off. All my tools loaded up. Was still tweaking my mud flaps at that time because the rears were fine, but the front's kind of rubbed just because it's kind of a tight fender well area already. And the original OE plastics that were on there were very form-fitting to the fender liner and everything. So, we're just trying to get those kind of L-shaped brackets squared up enough to where they didn't rub horribly. But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that later.
Right.
But yeah, that's basically all I did. Filled it up with gas. Washed it.
I forgot to fill
I,
it with gas.
I like rinsed it off with the hose good.
Okay.
Clean the windshield.
Yeah.
It must be nice.
I
to
did
prepare.
clean my windshield too. I took all last year's stickers off of it because they were peeled
Oh,
up pretty
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
finally scraped
I
those
did
off.
put
and
2 new
cleaned it.
stickers on the rear.
Oh, look at you. That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's race prep.
That's the
at its
horsepower
finest.
Yeah.
advantage.
Got to
Free
add more
stickers.
stickers to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of stickered up cars, how did your prep go, Andy? Because you've done a lot of things.
Still
and
fucked?
I've done a lot of shit
and they've gone poorly.
and I've had no time to do any of it. So yeah, it was literally Saturday night until about 9 o'clock. I was working on my car.
You want to give a
Mostly-
brief since last season update?
Yeah, since last season, I haven't done much besides the disc brake conversion, but that's
Well, you did
been
your fuel pump. Well, that was in last year, I suppose.
yeah, that was towards the tail end
Kinda,
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think it was the last event was
Yeah.
the one I had.
Last year,
in,
you
but yeah.
pulled your fuel tank cap off, replaced the in-tank pump sending unit combo,
Yep.
whatever.
There's a secondary sending unit that still could be bad.
Gotcha.
Also, I've been chasing an evap code. Turns out I found out what it was at the Rallycross event. There must be a rubber line on top of the tank that leaks a little bit.
It has to be a return line.
Yeah, it's not a pressure.
It's some. Yeah, it's definitely not pressure, but it's some sort of. Yeah, I'm assuming it's the one that goes around to like the charcoal canister.
Yep.
To cause an evap code.
Right.
Gotcha.
But my tank was damp during the race, so I'm like, that's bad. But
it'll be
that was not a concern because I didn't know that. That was just at the Rallycross event is when it was bad.
We're
the
in
brakes,
dirt.
however, I've been waiting on a proportioning valve. Finally was able to find a junkyard willing to ship it to me. It arrived, actually showed up like within 2 days of ordering it, which was awesome.
I think it showed up like Monday.
From Connecticut.
Damn, that's pretty dope.
It was there Saturday, I think. It was up on your bench when we were working on the
it was there. Like I ordered it like 2 weeks
quick.
ago. I ordered it 2 weeks ago, and then it was there within 2 days. I'm like, wow, that was way faster than I thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so finally installed that, rebled the whole system. Nothing really worked. Drove it down the road. Still, everything sucked.
Nice.
So like, what do you mean by everything sucked? Because you had brakes.
Okay, so I originally with the drum brakes, I had like the bottom 70% of the pedal worked.
Okay.
Not very good because they're still drum and shitty
Spongy.
discs, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like literally, it takes 30% of the pedal to do anything. It's just dead pedal.
Compressing either air or just doing nothing.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, figure that out. I've upgraded a much bigger booster to where now I think I'm actually running out of vacuum is the reason there's a little bit of dead pedal. But I have a brand new booster, brand new master, and a new proportioning valve now.
So what isn't new in your brakes? Your front calipers, essentially?
Front
And the
calipers,
lines?
soft line, maybe the soft lines are replaced. I really don't even know anymore. The rear soft lines are new. I noticed I had one pinched line in the rear. It's the one that runs. So it's usually brake lines run down the driver's side frame rail. My Subaru goes through the passenger side.
I know why. Because your car's Japanese.
Yeah, because
that's literally
because they're on the wrong
that's
side.
literally why.
Yeah,
it's made to be backwards.
So they run down the passenger side. So the longest one, technically, like, because usually when you bleed brakes, you start in the farthest one away from the master. So technically, the one that had the kink in it was the driver's side rear, so it was the longest line. But still, I'm like, okay, I've dreaded doing this, but fuck it, I'm gonna put a new line on, and that's what I ended up doing. I also ended up tweaking the brackets and turning them 90 degrees because the one line ended up actually getting pinched. I'm assuming from Rallycross, it actually made its way the left one.
I'm just gonna move this one out of the way so we go between both of them. But you did take pictures of it for once.
Yeah. Okay. So
you've been notoriously bad at doing that.
Yeah. This soft line is straight vertical, and it's stupid because it also hangs down. And if you actually use all the suspension, you could possibly pinch your line.
The soft. Yeah, where it transitions from hard line to soft line.
You can see the original. I self-tapped it instead of using the bolt hole, but I literally just spun it 90 degrees. So
I see.
Stupid.
Yeah.
I see. You rotated it. You basically clocked it better.
Yes. To where it doesn't hang down to where the fucking suspension is.
I see.
So it is still behind the strut, so it still kind of sucks, but it's better.
This is your rear?
It's my rear.
Drivers?
This is rear passenger side is where the picture's taken. Because
Gotcha.
the new shiny line under, like directly under the frame, the old line actually, do you see the divot in the subframe there?
Yeah.
Like here?
Put your mouse to the right a little bit.
To the right.
Down a little bit. See that little loop? The line matched that.
Oh, it like
So
followed.
it fell into my old one did. It fell into it and then got pinched. I'm assuming because the axle, or either the axle or the control arms get that high up into that.
It uses the subframe as a bump stop.
Essentially, yeah. So at some point, my brake line was in there and got pinched.
Cool.
Flattened.
And so I had replaced that line before anyway, so I knew it was my fault for not tucking up better. But this time around, I'm like, I never thought I would bottom out that far, I guess. But I'm like, whatever. But this is like the nicest brake line I've ever ran. Ever.
Did you do copper or steel?
Copper.
I mean, you can see it's got a goldish color to it. It's a nice.
But yeah,
with I love
For the audio listeners.
That's why I was saying that it's a goldish kind of color. But
Yeah.
I love these clips.
They are
cable. They're like cable
rubber
clamps,
insulated cable clamps is what they're called. Amazon has a huge pack of them. I use 1/4 inch for 3/16 brake line. It leaves them nice and loose. It's rubber insulated. You'll never wear through it.
I love.
You
those
self tap
clamps.
them everywhere. I love doing this. It's the nicest thing.
It makes it so
Also,
convenient.
Instead of using that shitty little like AutoZone brake
Flaring tool.
flaring tool,
Yeah.
there's one. It's Capri brand on Amazon. It's very nice. I also recommended using that.
Is that the same one that I used?
That blue
for-
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it works pretty good.
Yeah.
Capri brake flaring tool. Yeah.
See if I can just pop it up real
Yep.
quick.
There you go.
Yeah.
These guys.
Yeah, double flaring tool. You can do single or double. It's the good thing about this is you can do it. I did both of these on the car. Like I already had the line tucked up. I just had to cut it to length and then put the end on. I'm either too bad or too good of a mechanic, because good mechanics do this too. I put both the fucking fittings on the right way before I did. I'm like, whoa! I didn't have to redo these. That's crazy.
No, that means you're a bad mechanic because you weren't confident enough to do it wrong the first time.
It's crazy. I actually like thought it through, but yeah.
It's like when I redid my entire truck's brakes. I got it all done except for like the last one I missed the fitting on. I'm like, gosh, why?
Yeah, literally.
But yeah.
Yeah, so eventually get the brakes done. I'm like, all right, even with the new line, the line maybe got it a little bit better. I'm like, this sucks. Time to take the master off and adjust the
inner plunger push rod.
Yeah, plunger push rod on the new booster that hits the master cylinder.
Because it could just be taking up airspace.
Yeah,
before it gets
not
to the
actually
pedal.
making contact.
Sure.
Did that, got better, got
Okay.
a lot better. Not perfect, but it did get a lot better. Once I did that, rebled everything again. Seemed to be
After you did that, did you like heat check them to make sure they're not dragging?
no.
I would look at that just in case. Maybe you're like compressing the master a little bit.
Maybe.
You know, maybe like your front drivers grabs better than the rest.
I mean, yeah, the passenger front still does like the most work, but it is a hell of a lot better than it was.
I would just, take your heat gun once.
Fair,
Beep
yeah.
it, since you haven't driven it. Well, I guess you drove it all week probably.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But
Well, if you haven't noticed it
yeah,
yet,
I'll say
it's
no
fine.
signs, I can't smell anything. So far, it's been good. Didn't
Okay.
catch on fire because I have an open fuel source under the car.
nice.
So we're doing
nice.
good.
It's not open.
Yeah, the
Didn't
brakes aren't
burn to
dragging
the
in the rear
ground.
at the very least. So,
However, in the other list of things that don't work, how's your clutch pedal?
the pedal's fine. The return spring, as I was under there looking at like how to adjust the plunger, I look under there. I'm like, yeah, that fucker snapped. So I have no clutch return. It's just I did the
Cool.
old fucking bring it back with the foot after every
You say
shift.
it's
and-
like your clutch is basically a manual hydraulic system. There's no spring return on it.
no, there's no hydraulic. It's a cable clutch.
Yours cable?
Cable
Oh,
clutch.
no.
Yeah, cable clutch.
Oh, that's way worse.
With no spring. Like the only spring that's coming back is the shift fork.
Yeah, it's the
Or
little.
the pickle fork,
And,
whatever.
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
no.
think we made a joke at Rally because you did mention this, and I was like, "Well, we have some duct tape. You want to just duct tape your foot to the clutch pedal, and then you
Yeah.
can just bring it up and down when you need."
I don't know if that would have passed.
No, I
tech.
just kind of did. With my left foot, I just kind of bring it up to make sure it's all the way out. Because like daily driving it, I noticed I'm like, man, maybe I have to replace this clutch again already, like that soon. I don't know.
But if
And
if it's been hanging at like 90% release instead of 100, it could be just
well,
wearing it out.
it only does it like when you're shifting. Like it'll eventually return by itself. But I'm
Yeah.
like, man, like it's like the clutch is really starting to drag off after a shift. I wonder why. Roll under there. I'm like, oh, that's why.
Huh?
all the
Oh, that's way worse.
all
At
the
least it's
salt
not
from
the clutch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll say it. The clutch is probably fine. I mean,
right.
must be nice.
must be nice. Yeah.
After-
it might be okay. I don't
After
know.
the Bonneville salt flats rusted out your first clutch,
correct.
completely
Yeah.
disintegrated that. But
But yeah, so didn't fix clutch, obviously, just dealt with it.
Fuck it,
Didn't
run
know
it.
about the fuel leak yet, so figured that out when we were racing. And then the brakes got to be about 80% of what they should be. They are very grabby. Like the most the car has ever stopped is right now. It just takes 20% of the pedal to get there instead of like at one point I was using maybe 70% of the pedal to hit.
You just
brakes.
got to put a
Last
little
time I
ass
drove
into
it,
it.
yeah.
Bad.
Yeah,
that was
they were
before I
bad.
even started messing with the disc brakes. That was just the
Oh,
drum
yeah,
brakes.
then that was terrible.
Yeah, that was the drum
Yes.
brakes. From the drum brakes to the disc, I got maybe 10% better than that, and then from then until this past weekend, they sucked that bad the whole time.
can
So.
I interest you in Hydro Boost?
At one point I debated about starting, and I have a 03 WRX2 that needs a lot of work, which I just found out it has a high pressure fuel leak as well because it was dumping fuel on the
That's
ground.
Fine, they do that.
Damn,
Has
but-
a rusted out brake line and a rusted out oil pan, but I have the brake line and oil pan. So at one point when I was working on this shit this weekend, I'm like, do I just start working on the 03 WRX and go to stock all instead of prepared all? Like,
Just try to rip this thing.
It's-
together.
it's possible.
I was expecting you to do that. Actually,
I was at one point I literally like was in my driveway. I'm like, I still don't know. Like, this is before I replaced the brake line. I'm like, I really could do this.
When I saw you replace that brake line, I thought that was you working on the WRX because you already gave up.
Yeah, no, I thought it. Well, my neighbor Matt had come over and he was like, oh, like let me hear the WRX. I started it up and making turbo noise or whatever. He's like, I thought I smelled fuel, and I look under it. It's literally just a gallon a minute.
Dripping.
A gallon a minute. I'm like, oh, that's bad.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
So that definitely
Backfires
needs
and
work now,
catches
too.
fire.
That car actually needs work, but that's
Yes.
fine.
But if I had any time, I'd
Hey,
get it done.
You're
but-
just dumping all of the bad fuel out of it
It
currently.
has been sitting,
correct.
so
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no,
just pumping
definitely
all
needs a
that
little-
varnish out of it.
Yeah.
And then your other unknown. Well, I guess it isn't unknown now, but your new trailer. How well did your car like? How was strapping your new car down on there?
Strapping down was fine. Loading it up was very easy compared to the flat deck.
compared to your
obviously.
deck over that was
deck over.
You're scraping the way up and it's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, no, loading up was fine. On the new trailer, only the one side trailer brakes work, which is, I mean, it does it. It's fine. It does scream that it's trailer disconnected once every 3 minutes the entire time you're driving
got
it.
some wiring
Bad
to
grounds.
fix.
And,
I did so much to the ground to fucking try to fix it, and it still didn't work. But
again,
whatever.
that's why I rewired the whole trailer.
I'm gonna
It's-
probably do that sooner than later.
It really is the only way to do it.
Yeah.
But other than that, trailer pulled good.
Yeah, we went up.
We all met at Hardee's at we all met at Hardee's at 6:30.
I was there at
except for Andy.
6:45. Yep.
Yeah.
Even I got my ass
and then I
up
needed-
out the door.
You were
I was
there
the
at
first one
6:20.
there.
You showed up 10 minutes
Yeah.
early.
Yeah.
Michael,
Because I needed gas, and I was like, I can.
and
get
you got breakfast and then didn't eat it.
I did. I ate it later. My
But,
stomach was upset that morning.
Michael had like a 1 minute drive there.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
car
I got
wasn't at temp.
$50 a diesel. As we were pulling out, I'm like, oh, forgot gas in the car. Like, I know for a fact it's on a quarter tank. It might not last all day.
Yeah.
So
I'm like,
that's
well, let's
why
do
you
that.
were running
Yeah.
behind.
He called me and told me that. I'm like, surely Marcus will text him like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Nope, didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, whatever.
You guys just let him fade
Yeah,
away.
so I spun back around, got fuel. That was another reason I think that this is the first time I've been able to see that the fuel tank leaks because it was chucked full, and then I went
Full.
rallying in it. So as much as
You were sloshing all of it around.
completely full and it sloshed.
There's no
so-
room for it to slosh. It's hitting the tank.
Yeah, and then like that evap line actually had fuel in it
It
for
was
once.
like my
so.
Blazer back in the day. If I filled it over 3/4 of bitch, it'd just
Yeah.
leak out the tank.
So yeah, in the meantime, I'll be filling it less until I drop that.
Yeah.
So.
So we all headed
Quick
up there.
fix.
It's about we were running 75. Andy was running more than that.
85.
Somehow he had enough time to go back, get gas, and then catch up with us.
Yeah, I got 10 gallons of gas and then also caught up to
Yeah,
you
in
guys
the-
before you got off at whatever exit.
I think
it
it's
is,
Oregon or whatever.
Yeah, Oregon, Illinois. Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
yeah, within about 30 minutes of driving, I caught back up, so it worked.
But yeah, we got there at I think right at 8.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like 8:05 when we pulled
Yeah.
in.
Pretty damn close.
Pretty good time.
So I remember
But
looking at it, I was like, oh, 8:05, nice.
pulled in, unload all the stuff. You guys are ripping your tires off. Zing, zing, zing. Andy's over there. Everyone, taping their number plates on, trying to find tape to tape their number plates on.
This is why I always specifically remember to try to bring painter's tape.
Yeah.
Luckily, you and Michael both brought painter's tape.
I went out and bought 2 rolls.
Hell yeah.
But there's a whole little photo shoot of our cars all stacked
Andy almost
up.
showing us his ass.
I would have if I didn't have a belt.
There's our little
excuses.
our little group lineup. Andy's car, my car.
I don't know if the rest of the day you noticed this. I started parking away
Over by
from
your
you
stuff.
because I'm like, this is a fire hazard now. I don't
Yeah.
want it to burn everybody's cars.
I'm like, maybe he's parking by his tools, and then you didn't work on it. I'm like, no, I get it.
Yeah, no, it's just a fire hazard.
But we all got the number plates all taped on. Marcus taped his on backwards to start with.
I fixed it.
He was all like ready to go, and then I'm like, hey, your numbers are on backwards. He's like, what? Because the field of stars on the flag is supposed to lead it in the direction it's going. I'm like, hey, these are backwards. You're like, God damn it.
I should take a Sharpie and write
Front
a
and rear.
D and a P on it. Driver and passenger.
Gotta be careful with how you're phrasing.
Driver and passenger.
Yeah. I mean, you're right on the backside or something.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah. But got the number plates all taped up. Went and did our course walk in the morning. Course looked pretty fast and fun. One of the few changes that had happened is now we are pushed further back into the hayfield section, which we weren't able to use
I
before.
got a GPS of it, surely.
Womp
Womp.
We can pull it up real quick.
Anyway,
But yeah,
there's-
so that field, I think during our drivers meeting was talked about. It's an extra 60%.
basically. So I've got it up on the map.
We
here.
didn't
60%.
race the whole thing because it was still wet.
So here's the map of the area. So up here in this square is parking. This is where we normally race, as you can see from the worn-in patterns. But this whole hayfield back here, apparently this year we have access to it.
They did like a handful of years
Yeah.
ago. apparently.
Yeah, they did for like a special event some years ago, but apparently
Yeah.
this year we're going to get free reign over it for the
Yeah,
most
so now I
part.
just have to design a course with it in there.
Yep.
So we're going from last year in the 50-ish second lap times to this year we're already starting off at a minute 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it makes it feel so much longer. It's
Yeah,
exponential.
it was a lot
Well,
better.
and it kind of more points to not just being fast, but also being technical.
There's a certain disconnect between like if it's a 30-second lap, any little micro mistake your run's
fucked.
over.
Yes. Yeah.
You hit one cone, it's a huge percentage
Yes.
penalty.
Yep.
Where if it's a 3, 4, 5 minute run, you can afford to make micro errors
Yes.
as long as you're consistent the rest
Yes.
of it. Because everyone's going to make some error in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's the theory anyway. But so run group 1 was stock front and
Yes.
all the prepared cars.
Yes.
Correct.
Which was me. So me and Brian were
And then
the
run
first
group
half.
2 was everybody
Me
else.
and Michael.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were the first run group out there. I guess we'll just put up some GoPro footage and see what the
Sure,
course
sure.
looked like
Yeah.
for the peoples.
Quick
Yeah.
question.
Quick answer.
Because the 360, of course, did not decide to record GPS data.
Your Insta360 camera?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did the GoPros record okay?
Actually, yes. For the
Wow.
most, I lost, I think, one track
Okay,
on
that's not that
mine.
bad.
Andy's was perfect, other than the track map got a little wonky sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So I take the GPSs or the GoPros record GPS and video, obviously, because they're cameras. You can overlay them in a program called Race Render. It'll literally print a track map on an overlay.
Yeah.
So some of these you'll see like, oh, that one looks pretty good, or that one looks a little weird.
Yeah.
Like one
Sometimes they're okay.
They're not perfect, but
but it's
it
a-
works good enough.
a free program, and you know,
Yeah.
I'd like the GoPros to work better, but sometimes they just don't.
Yeah, GoPro's kind of.
I even tested my 360 like 3 or 4 times. I'm like, okay, it's on by default. I literally checked it as we pulled up, and I was setting up all the camera stuff, and I was like, okay, the setting for GPS is on. I should be able to turn it on, press record, and it be fine.
You would think so, right?
No, it just
No.
told me to go fuck myself.
So this is my first run of the day. We'll pull it up first. I want you guys to pay attention to my takeoff, because last year I used to rev the car, like hold the pedal on the floor till it hit 5,000,
Yeah.
dump the clutch, and let it roll out.
Yeah.
It really liked that last year.
Yeah,
And
because
then when I
there
pull-
was a like
clutch-
factory dampener in it.
A clutch delay valve
Yeah.
in the system, so it softened that impact a little bit. But then when I pulled the clutch out of it, it was worn smooth. So I'm like, maybe it's harder on it than I thought. So this year I'm like, okay, I've got no practice on the car. The clutch is brand new.
Yeah.
No time to break it in really, other than driving on the street a little bit in front of the house.
Plus, usually the first race of the season is kind of everybody coming out and getting a feel for it again. You know, it's been
Not in stock front. Everybody's off the bat kicking ass. But
Yeah.
fucking nice.
but we'll throw my first. I want you to pay
It's nice to
attention.
have people in your class. By the way, I had one person in my class,
And he didn't show
show up.
Yeah, I had 10 people in
Must
my
be
class.
fucking nice.
So yeah. But we'll go with this first
At
clip
some point
and-
today or this year, I'm sure I will give you a fucking trophy. So.
Yeah. So yeah, I want you to pay attention to my launch here. So instead of dropping it at 5, I think I rolled out of it like 2,000.
Oof.
So we'll see how the audio comes through. I believe it should be set up.
This launch was grass. It took a
Yes.
it took a while to get wore in. Wow.
Hold on, I'm gonna go back real quick. There's a little bit of noise right at the front. Just listen for it.
Ooh.
Hear that kunk?
Ooh.
Was it like stall or just like wheel hop?
It was violent wheel hop.
Ah, cool.
I was afraid that it was ripping the subframe out of the car because the bolts that hold it in are pretty piss poor, but
Fair.
so his first run's a slalom to a back tight hairpin into soft grass. You hear the car bogging down aggressively.
Yeah. I shifted into first every single time in that corner. Actually, every one of these corners I was in first.
Other than my first run,
And
I
here's
think
your
I did.
first. Yeah, shockingly, for as long as this track was, a lot of first gear.
You had to shift constantly, which of course I'm like, it's a brand new clutch. I'm so scared to break it.
Clearly, you're scared to break this car.
Not the engine. Engine's fine. I'll
Yeah.
beat the piss
Oh,
out of that.
Yeah.
But the clutch, I'm like, it's new. It's nice. It's really
You're just hoping that the rev limiter is you actually
Is me
spinning the
going.
wheels, not the clutch.
Exactly.
This was also a very technical point where we had
Yes.
a very
Over-
tight hairpin.
Over 180. Or
Yeah.
maybe not over 180,
Yeah.
but damn close to it.
A very tight back-to-back hairpin. You can see it on the track map if you're watching the video, but very aggressive.
Yep. The big sweeper in the lower bowl.
Yeah, trying
Which is
to,
always there.
Also, yeah,
Yeah.
Nick's over here.
yeah, trying to be fairly nice to the clutch. I'm like, I know it's new. I don't want to fuck it up and hurt it.
There's my wife.
But that's my first run of the day. I mean, it felt good-ish. I shifting the car a lot more than normal. You know,
Yes.
like last year, I could keep second gear most of the track.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this isn't too
That
bad.
was me too, though. So it wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't just your new clutch or anything. It
Right.
was definitely just the track
Yeah,
itself.
and the track was like dusty and heavy, so it
Yeah.
would pull the car down. So I had to shift all the time, and I'm like, oh, of course. Now that it's got a new clutch, I have to be really hard on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my first couple runs, I'm just kind of easing shifts, and it's grinding because I'm used to the Fiesta clutch, which is way different than the Honda clutch.
Yeah.
You know, my big turbo 6-speed, it's way different grab points and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm like grinding gears the whole morning session.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll go to Andy's first run too, just to have a little cross
Had
comparison.
a lot of the same times. I'm very consistent.
Yes.
Until the track changes.
In your class of 1, you were extremely consistent.
Yeah.
Here's one of those inconsistencies.
Well,
on the map.
I was trying to. Oh yeah.
It just like collapsed on itself.
Right.
But
I was
just
trying
missed the
to
point.
compare myself to the SRT Neon. I was a steady 2 to 3 seconds behind him every run, regardless of what I did.
I love that Neon.
The base was me 3 to 4 seconds behind. Oh, no audio or just? Are you
Sorry.
Oh, Marcus turned it down. I'll back it up. Hold on.
Okay.
Here, you
I
see
was trying to
bog.
fade in and out.
Smooth takeoff.
I think the 3rd and 4th run I do is I bog off the start.
No brakes. There's not a fucking. There is 0 brakes.
Yeah, it turns out when you have a lot of vacuum going through the motor, the booster doesn't do a lot
You don't say.
because the brake system's still not good.
A little bit of limiter.
Limiter.
Yeah.
I feel like this course worked really good with all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a good time with it. This back corner, I started to drift the whole thing pretty much all day.
Because pretty much every one of these turns, I'm out of traction. So my car, if I was turning, it would stop going forward.
Yeah. I pedal it. I pedal that corner sometimes coming out of it just to stay straight. Like that back corner in the new hayfield was very slick.
It was.
Well, it's tall grass.
Well, until that grass got kind of pulled out.
That's a cone. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's a cool. Go down the back straight towards the infamous horseshoe. That's the only thing I can call it, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the off-camber horseshoe.
This is pretty much where we always take pictures from. So
Yep.
you can get a nice, like, dirt thrown off the side.
Yeah. Even up here too, Caitlin got some really decent.
Yeah,
like,
there was
along
some
the side
good ones here too.
But overall, clean run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are you going to yap at the end of it? You usually do.
Yeah, usually
I
I.
hit a cone,
There it is.
but I have the fastest time so far,
Yeah.
And
and I have no brakes. So that's cool.
it's like a Borat bit. I had no brakes.
No brakes.
I had
No
no
brakes.
brakes.
Very nice.
He cannot afford.
I got the best time.
I got the best time. As you're looking at David's Neon, like, oh, that thing's
Yeah,
fast.
I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had his first run was slow. The rest of the day, he was like 3 seconds ahead.
Well,
regardless
they
of
did
how
have two
hard it was.
drivers.
Yes,
in that
they
car.
did.
Yeah,
And they
the-
were two
the
very
very-
different driving
Yes,
styles.
yes. Well, it was a coworker who's never
Yes.
done any racing
It was
ever.
like, I think it was like one of his clients. He,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
So David runs the Iowa Region Rallycross.
Yes.
So when we do Freeze Your Curds, it's a multi-region event.
Yes.
He hosts that event.
Yes. Yep,
So
he
I'd
was-
already
he was
seen his
talking about
Neon.
it.
And I was
Yeah.
pretty familiar with him. Or
I think he
whatever.
came to one other event
I don't
here
think-
that
I
you
don't think
saw.
so.
I thought he did.
Just
I
Freeze
thought
Your
you
Curds.
said. Oh, okay.
Freeze Your Curds is where
Okay,
I'd seen
fair.
that.
But yeah.
Because he was running that as well as hosting it. But
Gotcha.
so I had seen the Neon before, and I'm like, I
fast.
love this car. It's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I
Yeah.
see it here, I'm like, ooh boy, I'll get to watch it.
Yeah,
I
it
love-
was very good.
I wish that I was on course working while it was
Yes,
racing, because I'm like,
yes.
I want to see it do
Yeah,
things.
he's prepared front.
Yes,
so.
and it is wicked fast.
I
Yeah.
was so excited to get pictures of it too.
Oh, because it looks so good too. It's a
It
bright
did, yeah.
blue car.
Like,
White-
I
yeah, white
heard there was a
racing
neon
stripes.
there. I'm just like, oh, it's just like a standard neon. I didn't realize it was an SRT. I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh shit, yeah, I'm snapping pictures.
Yeah, it's a full built race car. But we'll go through all the pictures after we do like a quick, get all the recapping
Awesome.
done. But
Before I continue eating these,
You can just,
Those
you
are
can just
Andy's.
eat
You
those,
can have
yeah,
them
I don't
if you
care.
want.
Don't go
Okay.
for it. I don't care.
that was at lunch. Andy brought his chips over. My
Yeah, I
parents
had them
brought-
in my. I brought my lunch box from work. I had those in it. I'm like, I don't like because you guys had like kettle cooked chips. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll bring my Lay's
Chippies.
Sats barbecue.
Miss Vicky's chips.
Oh
okay?
yeah, whatever.
They go hard.
Are they're kettle cooked too though? Or
I
they-
don't know, man.
They're hard chips.
They're
Yeah.
I don't like that. I like
Bitch.
soft chips
because your
Yeah.
teeth have holes in them, probably.
Soft mouth bitch.
He's like, no.
I don't. I've had like 5 cavities my whole life. I have good teeth. That's the only part about me that's good.
Not your back, not your knees. Not
Nope.
your,
None of
everything
that.
else crunch.
Yeah.
Teeth somehow okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, my parents have brought lunch and Andy brings his own chips over.
Yeah.
And then
Well, because
we-
I went to get my Powerade because I
Yeah.
wanted my Powerade.
and then we had gathered them up and taken them home, and mom's
Well,
like,
because I was talking to Aaron Boone.
Aaron Boone's.
Was
Yeah.
talking to him about tires because I was like, "What the fuck do you need
What are
them for?" Because he
these?
brought like a mud tire.
He brings like 3 or 4
yeah,
sets
he had,
of tires.
He had the set on the car, a gravel set, or no, like a dirt. Yeah, he had he had the gravel set on the car, a dirt set in the truck, and then
like
a
a
mud tire
mud.
set. He's like, I bought these because I needed them at Freeze Your Curds last year. I'm like, fair. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think he was running like UTV tires last year, and they weren't aggressive enough.
Yeah, I said something, and he's like, yeah, I have ATV tires too, but I didn't want to bring those. I'm like, fair.
Didn't have enough room.
Fair.
Yeah, the whole truck bed's just stacked full of tires. But
Fuck it.
so yeah, run one, it's like the course, like you're still learning the course, but like it feels good. I'm mad at the car. Like the first takeoff, and I'm like, did I break the subframe? Like
Right.
the clutch is weird, you know. So as we go further throughout the day, it got better, but I think it's about enough for our session. We'll jump into Heat 2.
Well, I'll say,
or unless
so-
anything else happened in your first three. Well,
4.
So-
I had 4.
so what normally happens is we run 4 laps in the morning, 4 in the afternoon.
Yes.
With how many people were there? 'Cause I
Yes.
believe we hit capacity at the event, which is 50. For the ones that showed up, it was probably 45, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
a lot
still.
of people. And the course was longer, and this, and you know that.
Yeah, and I think 2 track changes in the morning.
Yeah.
At
At least one.
Yeah.
Well, one for
No,
sure because
it was 2.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
That's what I thought.
the back corner
Yes.
got a big rut or a pothole / rut in it, and
Yep.
then the
That's
far
true.
back
Yeah.
hairpin got
Yep.
one in it
Yeah.
too, and they
Yeah.
changed
So
both of them.
my run number 4 technically is the same track that you guys ran in your first event.
Yes.
Yeah, you get to do the test lap on the new layout.
Yes, because they wanted to
basically.
check timing and then also just check flowingness. So
But-
I ran my technically lap number 4 in the morning blind, or the back corner was blind for the most part. So.
Yeah. So normally we do 4 runs, like both heats do 4 runs in the morning and then 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our third run was at noon, and we
Yeah.
were the first heat out.
Yeah.
So like they came over to kind of talk to us. They're like, "Yeah, this and that." We're all like, "Yeah, we get it. We can keep
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
moving."
so we did 3 except for me. I got
You have to do-
well because I also I had an identical like 80.6.
I think your run 2 and 3 were like the same.
80.61 and 80.67. So but on the website it did not show that I had that second 80 point something.
An 86.14
Yeah.
and an 86.74.
Yeah,
Wow.
so
Like
I'm
the
not
most
sure.
similar looking numbers too.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not sure if like the computer didn't catch it or if it wasn't written down or they wrote it down and didn't put it in the computer or what exactly it was. But for some reason it was not showing up online. And so I just wanted to let them know. But since there was an intermission to change the course, and then we had a driver's meeting up by the start line, they're like, oh, okay, well, Andy, you can get your either technically third if we can't find that run, or like, you know, we'll count as your third, or we'll just keep it as a spare if we need it.
Yep.
Which at
a
this
test
point
run.
you're in a class by yourself anyway. So you're
Yeah,
just-
I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, I'll run it for you guys, make sure timing still works, and
Yeah.
run a baseline, I guess.
yeah, I think it was. I think it was run 3. I'm running down the back straight, and my pre-filter that I spent all this time on falls off the car. I believe
it was either 2
run.
or 3.
I'm gonna just skip ahead.
Did you
into this.
grab it?
Somebody grabbed it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
good.
I think it's in my truck still, but
Yep.
I'm trying to skip ahead to the back straight and see if I can hear it because I could hear it in the car I knew exactly what it was when it happened.
Yeah.
I believe we should hear it here in a second. So I'm gonna swing down on the back straight. And I believe it's down here. You'll hear it. Kunk.
Yep.
Might have been it.
Maybe.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you heard it tumble around the wheel well.
Yeah, I immediately knew what it was as soon as I heard it clonk
Yeah.
out of there. I'm like, oh, that's my pre-filter, ain't it?
Yeah.
Damn.
I texted somebody. I'm like, hey, did that fall off? And then they found it and put it on the trailer. But
Oh, good.
so yeah, because it was just 3D printed threads stuck onto my airbox, not even glued.
Yeah.
Threads hold up great. So now I'm gonna actually take a metal coupler, get it bored to fit the airbox, and
Yeah.
epoxy it on there.
Nice.
Because it worked great, other than it falling off.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
so that fell off after run 3, but it's just a pre-filter, so it's not like I'm getting dirt into the engine now.
Yeah. Today it was dust, so it was not that
yeah.
big a deal.
But dust, that's why I've got the pre-filters. My airbox eats dust
Yeah.
for some reason.
yeah.
But
And well, mud too. So,
yes, mud, rocks,
So-
gravel, corn husks, everything.
Yeah.
So,
Soybeans this year.
soybeans at the Freeze Your Curds event.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Thank fuck.
Let's go.
The corn was slippery too.
Oh,
but,
God.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
but you guys get to see that later this year, hopefully.
Yes.
Woot.
All of
So
yous,
fucking excited.
But yeah, so that was our morning run. After that, we switched over. So Marcus and Michael were running now, and Andy and I were course working, not on the same corner. They didn't want us yapping, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe Andy got a radio for the first time.
Yeah, I did.
So you had to be. I could hear him on the radio all the time. Like
No, I only called in like a handful of
your
times.
little section got like
I was
more
I was
hits
in the
than
middle
everyone
of
else's.
corner 2 and corner 5. I was technically number corner 5, but like it was where 2 parts of the course
Yeah.
meet. So I'm like I could really grab everything. I didn't even set up a single cone all day.
You would start walking towards it, and somebody else had already.
Yeah.
been halfway there.
Everybody was real excited to go grab cones because they were running. I'm like, I'm not gonna run, but I'm glad you are. So
Yeah.
And I think I only had to pick up one cone, and I was on turn 1.
Yes, I was on that.
Yeah,
back,
turn 1 wasn't bad.
That back straight where you slalom out to go
Yes.
before the horseshoe. That one got hit a lot.
Yes.
I was
your
on
guy
that
was calling
duty.
a lot.
So,
Yep.
but we'll go to Marcus's run because Michael wasn't running a GoPro or anything because
No, and
doesn't have one.
technically this is my second run because, of course, I got the
GoPro.
GoPro all set up, the battery in it. I tested it, framed it up, made sure it looked good.
Actually, do you want to do the Insta 360 instead?
Sure.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Because I haven't seen any of that footage yet. So.
Now, be mindful. I just kind of like half-assed these
yeah, 100%.
kind of things.
But it's a new perspective.
It is a new
It's something
perspective.
different because I'm curious to see how this comes out on dirt because you played with on the road the other day.
Yeah.
But, so you got a proper 3 suction cup mount, long
Yes.
arm extended mount.
Which the arm's not even fully extended.
Oh no, you can
Because
see
it fish-eyed it way
you
too
can
much.
see it in the reflection on the back of the car.
Yeah.
But we'll see how this comes out.
Subaru roof the long way.
The audio is not that great. I need to get a
brake
a
boost, let's
filter.
go. Oh yeah, the wind immediately hits it, but
Just gonna kind of fade that out because it's a bit annoying.
yeah, you can turn the wind down, but
I
got-
tried to like adjust it in
You
the
can kind of tell
360 app.
You can kind of tell body roll more now too.
Yeah, when we get later in the when we do our second heats,
It
you
starts
can tell
moving.
I'm
Your
fucking
car-
schmoving.
Your
car
Michael's
rolls.
car, I don't know what it is. It floats so,
so
good.
fucking
Yeah.
good.
I know what it is. Rear sway bar.
Is it just not installed?
No,
Or-
added a rear sway bar. You had to add or remove one. So
Oh, okay.
last year's events, in the pictures of it anyway, you
Yeah.
could see the front tires bulging, just putting so much pressure out on the car
Yeah.
because the rear was flexing a lot. So we added a rear sway bar, and this was his first event with it running. It stiffened the car back out so it ran flat. Plus he would left foot brake almost all the corners.
Yeah, I heard him
he,
doing that.
like-
You could smell it.
He
Yeah.
could his fucking brakes again.
They still work. They're fine.
They still
but
work,
Yeah,
but
it's fine.
He was giving it everything he could, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
And it was quick, but yeah,
Oh.
you could basically he'd come into this corner flat out,
So-
stab the brakes to stuff
Does
it
he
in.
have the mounts and shit to add the sway bar or like?
It had one factory, it was just really thin and shitty.
yeah.
Okay.
So he added a bigger, beefier one.
Okay.
And it's way better.
He basically upgraded it from OEM to aftermarket.
but
Gotcha.
you're allowed to change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 360 cams. Other than your like, we need to like overlay the GoPro audio over it or something.
I haven't looked into it fully, but I know they have to make like a mic filter for it.
Oh yeah, it probably helps.
I'm pretty sure people just glue little fluffies on them.
Yeah.
Just over top of the mic.
yeah.
Like everybody or at least like I know like cameras that don't offer like an actual sock, they just like put a little dab of glue and put it close and call it good enough.
Yeah. So I don't know, but something to look into.
So during these runs, Nick and Caitlin are taking pictures of all of our stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
How was my camera to play with?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I put in some like halfway setup settings in the morning, just some like in case there's no time to set it up or whatever. How much did you have to change it to get it good? Because it came out really nice.
So I don't think I used your settings.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna be real.
That's I just like threw some in it in case like
'Cause
you guys had to cancel or whatever.
Well, when I turned it on, it just went to intelligent auto. So I think whatever
Oh.
you did, it was kind of a waste of fortune.
Awesome. That's
So,
what I
yeah.
love to see that.
How I always shoot on your camera and then the one that Caitlin and I have.
Because you guys have a longer lens where I've got a real tight short lens.
We do, yeah. And I mean, the lens that you have on there is perfect at where we shoot from anyway. I only have to put it at 37 millimeter. I think I had it.
Yeah, it's
And the most it goes is 55. I think.
Yeah, it's a 16 to 50 or 55. It's a pretty tight lens.
Yeah, it that's pretty standard with like
for
any camera.
yeah, it is replaceable. It's not
Yeah,
which helps a lot. But I haven't bought any lenses to replace it.
they're expensive, but I
Yes,
did
they
look into
are.
them for you because I was kind of curious.
You'd grab like a Sigma 30 mil lens or something. And
Yeah, they make a lens. Tamron, which is what Caitlin and I use on our camera, they make lenses. Both brands are good, but anyway, I put it in shutter priority mode.
that's what I did.
I put it in 1,000 of a second
Okay.
for the shutter.
Shutter
or-
speed.
I think I did that too.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it was aperture priority.
Yeah.
Not shutter. My bad.
Okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
I had mine set to shutter priority.
Yeah,
when I set it up.
aperture priority because I don't want to fuck around with the light all the time. And both cameras knew like
It
what
was
lighting
the
to
lighting
get.
was very consistent throughout
Yes,
the day,
it
Yes.
which helped
Luckily.
a lot. It wasn't like cloudy, sunny like we
right
had before.
Right. 1,000 of a second I put it at for the shutter speed.
There you can catch the dirt flying really nice.
Yeah, it's like a perfect balance of like the dirt flies and then like the car's not blurry.
Yeah. Yeah, the dust like flows, the dirt's flying like clean, and the car looks sharp.
And still the perfect amount of light too, because it's not gonna be too bright or too dark. Because if it was too bright, it's easier to make a picture more dark.
Yes.
Whereas if it's too dark and I make it brighter, you see all
you're
the
gonna
noise.
you're gonna oversaturate
it looks
the
shit.
image.
Yeah.
You're losing detail if it's
Yeah.
too. Andy's giggling, but
Camera.
Oh yeah, I
Camera.
wanted Samsung and just type the camera.
camera.
Yeah.
Camera. Camera is his notes like title.
No, that's just what I did to search it. The real
Oh,
title
yeah,
is
sorry,
Rally Camera.
sorry.
Okay,
iPhone,
yeah.
you just
I
can't
saw
search your
camera.
notes.
I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
You started typing.
100 ISO. That's just the lowest it goes, and less noise that
Keep
way
noise
too.
out. Okay, that makes sense.
Continuous autofocus, and it does a pretty good job doing that.
It's pretty good. It's made to be a vlog camera, so it's made to pick up like faces and
Yeah.
focus.
Yeah.
So for shooting cars, it's fine. For like the autofocus,
Yeah.
it's good, but it's like it's
'Cause-
made to focus on people.
Because last year I did manual, and it was fine, but it was a fucking pain in the ass to do all the time. It's just like, I'm going to see if I can trust it, and I can.
And the camera's kind of compact, so if you're trying to like click to focus, you're out of room with your hands.
That too, yes.
Yeah, especially with my case on it.
Yeah.
They have
So
a small rig case that wraps it and protects it.
I did learn with this session I can fully trust the autofocus.
Let's go.
So
So
I don't.
another
That's
win
one
for-
less thing I have to fucking worry
Another
about.
win for Sony. Let's
Yeah.
go.
And
love
then
tech.
same with Caitlin and I's camera too. But this was the first time we used our new lens
Yeah.
for Rally.
You guys have like a real lens.
Yes, that was our wedding gift to each other.
Oh, is that what? Didn't you guys shoot something with that? And you're like, this is awesome, and we want it.
So Caitlin rented it for 2 weddings.
Okay, 'cause
She rented it for Jason and Joanne's, and then she rented it for our friends Olivia and Dylan. And when we did it for the second wedding, with like how good it did indoors, she was like, "Holy shit!" And even I played around with it because we had like 2 days left before we had to return it. I was playing around with it. I'm just like,
with it.
"Whoa, this is amazing!"
Damn, didn't wanna buy the, what was it, 55mm I rented for you guys?
the big zoom. No, it was more. It was like
It was
255.
cool. Don't get me wrong, but
Or
it
yeah,
was-
you're right. It was like
That's
250.
That's a
mil lens.
55. Yours was like 255. It was
It-
like a foot and a half.
It was
long.
cool.
Yeah,
but-
but you don't.
Turns out when you
fuck
have to do some
carrying
long
that around.
range bullshit. Yeah.
not when the whole course is 300 feet deep or whatever. You know.
And then we rented it for a third time for our wedding. And then after we saw what they were like, we just thought, maybe we should buy it. And the last day before we had to return it, the company emailed us and said, hey, if you like it, we'll give you like, I think it was like 40% off.
because you already,
I was like, oh, fuck yeah.
I mean, you already paid for 40% of it to
Yeah.
be fair,
Yeah,
in rental
yeah.
fees, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
is that
so
you
we got-
guys said
yeah,
you
We
for
got
guys
a nice separate
slightly-
carrier case and everything
For
for
a
it.
slightly used lens, that's not bad.
Oh, and it was the same exact lens every time too. Like
Nice.
we kept checking the serial number.
Nice.
We got back the second time. We're like, oh, we used this one already.
Hello,
And then the
friend.
third time on unboxing, it's like there ain't no way.
same
Fuck.
one. And then they like you return it, you buy it, and they're like, here's a different one. You're like, but I want. the
Yeah, it's
other
just like, ah, shit, we knew this one worked.
wait, give it back.
But
But
and
yeah.
then on your camera, continuous burst, and I can just
Yeah.
shoot as much as I want. My camera, it is not a mirrorless, so I am limited to 5 shots per how many times I hold it, which was fine, but with us shooting outside and it was a little hot that
Yeah.
day, the camera did warn Caitlin that said like, you need to take a break. It is getting
It's
hot.
getting hot. DSLRs do get hot.
They
Yeah,
do.
that was the first time we've ever seen that message come up though.
It's like it's dusty, so maybe it's kind of clogging it a little bit,
Yeah.
not letting it breathe.
And
Where the
we've had,
mirrorless, you could just hold the button forever.
Right.
It doesn't care.
Mirrorless are so cool, but for the type of photography that we make money off of,
Yeah.
it's not worth us to upgrade just yet.
Yeah,
We don't-
DSLRs are excellent photo takers.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought this as a video camera that just also takes good photos.
Well, right too.
You know.
I mean, like if I knew back when I bought the camera in 2018, 2019, had I known I was gonna be doing rally photos, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll splurge and get a mirrorless.
But yeah, this wasn't even out then. This came out in
Right.
22, I think.
Right.
You
Fuck
know,
it. Do it in 35mm film format.
Till the dust actively ruins the film, and
Yeah.
It's sealed.
any sun that touches it evaporates the data.
Ugh. Yeah.
Our reel-to-reel guy.
I will say, well, both cameras.
Sorry, I like analog.
Both cameras can do this function. I feel yours was better at is I was able to transfer the photos from your camera to my phone wirelessly.
Oh,
This like
cool.
Sony's
do you
app-
have Sony's app?
Sony's app is much better than Nikon's.
Yeah, like the Sony, image app actually just works. Like
It's
that's
great.
Whenever I set it up for in here, because I take it down, bring it back up.
Yeah.
I just screw it onto its mount, go into my room, look at my computer screen, and play with it on my phone, and can change every setting from right there.
It's fantastic.
I love their app.
I probably wouldn't use the remote shutter for this purpose because of
Not for
Bluetooth
this.
latency, but I mean, like, it's great.
But yeah, it is. I genuinely like their app a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Importing, I felt the bandwidth limit with Bluetooth trying to transfer RAWs. It took 20. No, it almost took the whole lunch break.
Yeah, but it was like 40 gigabytes of raw files.
Yeah.
Just about.
Do you know how many pictures you took? Because I do.
Count not
Just on
I'd
my
say by like a session. I think my phone said it was 90.
on my camera, you took 1,524 photos.
Okay, so in the app it groups all the bursts.
Why can't it do that in the SD
Yeah,
card?
so that's why it only said like 90.
That'd be so much. 'cause
Yeah, yeah.
I'm-
90 pictures. Yeah,
90
90 bursts.
bursts.
Like,
Yeah, 90 bursts.
yeah.
God, why can't it do that on the SD card? Because I'm going through and taking each burst and sorting them by car.
I know, yeah.
Oh, I need to figure out if I can do that somehow.
And
but-
each burst, I tried to stick to at least 13 because that's where it would be like, okay, the car entered and it's about to exit, and that always equaled out to about like 13.
yeah, which we'll see in
Gotcha.
the picture sections. You can see me
Yes.
scroll through them. But
Yeah, app
yeah.
was great. Yeah, both cameras are great. I mean,
cool.
they both have their pros and cons.
Okay.
But,
Anything
yeah.
else from your morning session, Marcus, or you want to skip to the
No.
afternoon session?
Oh, you took your fender,
your mud flap.
Yeah,
Mud flap.
yeah.
You wanna
So-
talk
Yeah,
about
what was
those?
that about?
Okay.
Sadness.
Yeah. So
Because I saw they were gone when you were packing up.
they weren't gone. I just
He threw them away.
there's
Oh,
3
no,
bolts
that's what
that
I
hold
mean.
them in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what
after
I
my first run, they were rubbing pretty consistently,
Okay.
and they were a bit louder than normal, which didn't really surprise me because I am running snow tires, so they are a little bit knobbier. But I'm like, I really don't want to fuck up
Your brand new tires.
brand new tires, so I'm just gonna pop these off real quick. So I pulled the front.
Did you do that after your morning session, or did you
No,
do it, like,
I did that
in
after the
between?
first run of the day.
Gotcha.
So after my first run, I immediately came out, went straight to the pits, and frantically started searching Andy's truck for his tools, and found the wrench and immediately zapped the whole fronts off.
you'd be so pissed if his pack outs were locked.
I was really hoping that they weren't.
You really hoping.
Thank God that they weren't.
Yeah.
So
His keys
yeah.
were probably in
I
it,
still
to be
need to buy a
fair.
bike
Sandy.
lock so I can fucking like make them kind of
Any
secure.
thieves, don't listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I get to the store this weekend.
Yeah, he's not getting to the store this
He's not
weekend.
gonna get to the store.
He'll go to the store and
There's so
forget
much
it
shit
3
to
times.
do.
But yeah.
Okay, so mud flaps off at this point.
Mud flaps off.
The rears stay on, the fronts come off.
If you want to, I know I did hit a cone,
Oh no.
and
Yeah.
I did get it on the 360.
Oh no.
Oh, I know for a fact you hit a cone.
Do you know which run it was?
I think it
it's
should be labeled.
2 or
You
3?
didn't label anything. They just say race 1, race 2, race 3.
I did.
Oh, actually, I could check the timing results and see what.
Oh yeah. There
Go
we
to
go.
stock all and see if I can see which one you hit. Run 2, you have a +3. Did you kill all the cones on run 2?
Yes, I did.
Race 2, let's go, baby. Oh, I gotta switch the audio. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
No, it's not on the screen yet. Calm down.
It didn't frame properly.
I thought you edited all these basically.
I did, but I went back in.
Well,
and I
you'll see the
changed
cones
them.
laying on the ground at least.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably changed it because I used the tracking
No
feature
cone.
to
No
do
cone.
it.
Okay, so far so
It's
good.
not until the very end. So there was
Okay.
a bit of a course
Right
change.
next to me.
Oh, you get to
Right,
see all
Because
of them.
Charisse, right? Is
Yeah.
that her name?
Yeah. Charisse Wyatt in the
Yeah,
mini.
in the mini. She was taking pictures on course. She got it centered up directly with your car. And she's like, oh, I got them killing that cone. I'm like, I need that.
Yeah, I'll have to find those pictures.
I found it.
you got
That's
it?
the one I sent you.
Okay.
The funny one.
Yeah. But-
So they did have a course change, and they casually just came up. Were like, "Hey, we moved this ish cone a little bit. Be wary." And I
And
got
you
to this
forgot all
turn.
about it.
No, I didn't forget about it. I kind of kept it in the back of my mind.
oh,
There's a cone.
Oh fuck! I did hit that one
Yep.
too. Fuck me.
So that's 1.
Hold on. It's coming up.
It's
here.
after the big sweep.
Yeah, because this is the big sweep right here. God damn.
It looks like you're hauling ass,
shit.
actually, I'll be honest.
Yeah, from the back.
Damn, you had to do them like that.
There's a big sweep.
I'm in this corner watching him, like, he's kind of getting after it.
I was also very tired while I was doing these because I went home and did
And
them.
there'd be a little hump right here.
Oh, I heard this. Yeah.
Oh.
So
There they are.
And then it reframes.
Oh wait, did you hit one after the? Oh no!
I nailed both of them.
I know. A couple people hit the cones after the finish
Yes,
too.
which
Because for a
counted.
while you really got to like haul some momentum in, and I think like 3 or 4 people hit the cones after the finish.
Those cones still count.
I
believe
had
it or not.
they were my corner. I got to call all of them in.
that
So.
specific corner, we did get told that cone did get moved in.
Yes.
By the time I was already up and over that hill and saw where they had actually moved them, which was like a whole fucking car length.
You thought they moved them like 2 feet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't. They moved them like 8.
Yeah. Do you want to look at my picture real quick?
My
funny
wheel
picture.
was basically damn near fully cranked.
Yeah.
And I was either going to miss the gate completely, which is a no-no, because
Yeah.
that's
10 seconds.
that's
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Hitting the cones 2, missing
Yeah.
it's 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
I was like, well, off the gas, hit the fucker, back on the gas.
It was funny watching this happen.
So
And
Andy, of
immediately
course-
I'm like, I need to edit this. But the problem is I can't edit a picture, but I
You
can make a meme out of it.
Would you like to
If
read your
you
meme
look at
out?
this, literally the cone is directly lined up with your fucking emblem. You could not be more dead center of this.
wheels
fucking cone.
turned into it even.
Bitch.
Yeah.
And the caption reads, both images represent an object about to be absolutely fucked. And it's Piper Perry with 5 black men behind her.
Why do you know her name?
Because I thought
Why-
about it for
why
a while.
do you know
I
her
didn't
name?
remember. I didn't remember it as
Oh,
I was
sure
like,
you
what
didn't.
the fuck is her name? I think it's Piper Perry. Google it. I don't know.
Not
I'm
gonna
not
Google
gonna
that.
Google
Everybody knows the meme of the 5 black guys behind the little white chick. So there you
everybody
go.
does know the meme.
Everybody does not. I'm gonna get a talking to from my parents
Sorry,
on Tuesday.
sorry,
Like,
Greg and Julie.
Tuesday.
Now you know who that woman
But-
is.
Fun fact: don't Google ruby red with your safe search off. I was trying to look at like an F350 color. If your
Oh,
safe
Ruby
search,
Red's a porn star.
it sure is. We were talking about it at work today. Me and Joe were, or yesterday.
no.
I was like, "Oh, ruby red. I love
Is
this."
it like
color.
red with 2 D's or something?
Spelled
or-
exactly
Oh,
like you would
wow.
spell it.
Disgusting.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's
Where?
just porn." I'm like, "Oh no."
Ew, some girls tata.
Just like, all right,
Dang it.
safe search on. Hey, Super Duties.
Yeah.
what I was actually looking
like,
for.
who wants to see that?
So yeah,
Jeez.
I nailed 2 cones,
3 cones.
3 cones.
Hit the one early
Hit
and
the
the later.
fuck out of one.
Smoked them.
Hey, to be fair, you didn't miss the gate. I would take 2
I
seconds.
did
over
not
10.
go off course.
Yeah. So.
Can you ramble for a second?
Sure,
Okay.
I can ramble.
Talk
yeah.
about- you can
Yeah,
talk
um,
about your afternoon session. Or I gotta
Yeah. I'll
pee.
say.
Yeah, well, hold on. So you guys ran 3. We
Yeah.
switched. We ran 3, and then we finally took lunch.
Yeah. Lunch was like 1:30. I think.
Yeah, it was
was a
pretty
little
late.
late.
We did have a lot of people.
Yes.
Personally,
I mean, I got 4 runs in the morning, so I was okay.
I might get a little bit of hate for this. I really didn't think that course change for you guys was necessary.
Which
I
in the back, the tight.
just in general, you guys had 2 runs left to do.
Oh yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I completely understand course safety and where we're
Yes.
coming from. We do need to
Safety-
be safe, and
Yeah.
that is a top priority.
Yeah. Same thing happened with you guys during your runs too. I'm
They
like
changed
I'm
it like
we
3
had
times.
We had like 4 people until we were done.
Yeah.
And we changed. I'm like, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
I
That's-
understand the safety is there, but at the same time,
I
it's
totally
also like,
understand it, but like,
Yeah.
again,
From a safety point of view, you could see it, but from a race, you're like, "Come on, let me go. Come on."
Well, yeah,
no,
it's
like-
not so much that it's. I'm not
You don't-
fast. I'm not quick. I'm the slowest there is. Whatever.
Sure.
I drive a fucking boat.
right.
But I try to at least be fair to the point of he got the exact same course I did, no more, no less. It
Yeah.
all
Oh,
was
sure.
brought down to
Yeah.
style, technique,
Yeah.
power,
Right.
traction. It,
Well,
it
I'll
was
say they
brought
were-
down to the course itself.
They
not,
were-
well, they pulled your course in, and that's how you got ahead of me, and that's how you killed time.
Right.
Yeah.
And they try really hard to avoid doing
And they
that.
do, but
I know. I think they were preventative.
they were
Like,
very over.
They were like, "Oh, it's rutted up." I'm like, "Yeah, but like if you stay in the rut, you're fast."
yeah.
Like I never thought for once that my car was getting unstable in a
I
rut or
know
outside of a rut because I
when
definitely
you
overshot
guys-
sometimes too.
I know when you guys were running, and they like fully stopped us for like 20,
Oh,
30 minutes.
there was the one UTV
Well, that
got
was-
on its 2 wheels a lot.
many
yes, he
times.
did.
So yeah, I
But-
don't know how much you saw, but
Oh, I saw
coming,
a lot
coming
of
around
it.
from
Now UTVs are tippy
corner
anyway.
2,
Well, yeah.
like he 2 wheel, which
They should know
I think Charisse
better.
did it for a reason because she did not put a single picture of the UTV
Of
on
it
2 wheels up on 2 wheels. I know she got it, but that was only because she was standing next to me. She's like, "Oh my god!" And she probably got a burst of 20 pictures. I'll be honest.
I'm sure.
it 2-wheeled for probably 60 feet straight.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to
Yeah,
do that.
no.
So
But-
he saved it. He knew what he was doing. Like he's a good enough driver to save
Yeah.
it. So and he did it many times because turns out it did have a lift on it that they didn't know about.
Yeah.
And they look back at the car. They're like, "Why was this so bad?" Turns out it's on big tires and it's on
And
a
a
lift.
lift.
So
It was on dirt car Hoosiers. It wasn't
Yeah.
on big tires.
compared to the other one, the other one was on like 14s
Correct.
and
And,
flat
like,
tires,
yeah.
and it was way more stable.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
But
it wasn't on like 33s or something. You know?
Yeah,
But
back to that whole point of,
they were very preventative about it.
and I
And I
understand
think
that.
it could have been a little more lenient. I understand safety is a thing, but at the same time, like if you want to get through the people and
my big concern coming into it was I thought it was going to be too grippy coming into that day because it had rained a couple of days before that. It was nice and cool. On the way up, I was talking to Michael as we're driving. There was a quad track ripping a field on the next to the interstate. No dust.
oh,
So what I was worried is it was going to be tacky and sticky, and as we
Yeah.
wore it in, it was going to get
Well, that's
grippier
black
and
dirt.
faster. Yes,
the motorsport park is on like
sand.
yellowy red
Yeah.
clay sand.
Yeah.
Like it's. I knew it was going to be dusty,
But-
and it was dusty within.
Yeah. But we've had it-
probably by my second lap.
We had it before one event where it got really, really grippy. And
Yeah.
that's when people started rolling.
I think
that's the conditions I was afraid
it
was
rained
gonna
2
be.
days before, not the day before.
Yes,
So-
but it rained before. It was like 60 degrees the day before, so it didn't.
Yeah,
boil
it didn't
all the heat
dry out fully, but I was assuming just by having been there before and
Well, yeah.
judging by how long it had rained, I'm like, I don't think it's going to be. It'll be.
I was curious to see.
Yeah,
if
it's
it
not
was
going to
gonna
be
do that.
as dusty as it has been, but it definitely was. I knew it was not going to be tacky.
Right.
And the only thing that was like wet or really had any like grip or slip to it, I guess, was the back
grass.
hayfield, which that was long grass. It held a lot more moisture, and it's just the fact that it was the grass too. I think making the slip.
Yeah.
Um.
But anyway, we'll dip into our afternoon session at this point.
Okay.
So I'm going to play my run number 5 because that was, I guess, my most interesting. Actually, we might have it on the 360 cam.
Oh
See
yeah,
how
because
that-
I saw you receiving the
Mark,
360
Mark, like
cam
as we're
in
getting
the-
done from lunch, Mark is like, put it on your car. I'm like, I don't know how. I don't have time.
I just tossed it out really quick. Back
Sure.
to what I was saying before somebody decided to fucking interrupt me
Hey,
again.
just say
buddy,
it, get over
it's a
it.
podcast.
I
We
know.
talk about
Fuck off.
shit.
My point with the whole track change thing is don't, like, they sat there for like 20 minutes like kicking the rut in, and it's like if y'all want to change it, change it.
Yeah, I'd
don't
rather you
don't stand there for 20 minutes thinking
Yeah.
about it. Change the track and let's get
I would
going.
rather you change the layout and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Like instead of like you can't fix it until
Yeah.
you get a box scraper on it. So.
Sure.
Exactly.
I gotcha. Did
Sorry.
you get your point out?
Yes, I finally did. Thank you.
Okay, good. We'll go to my run number 5 with the Insta360 mount to the roof of the car.
Are you launching harder now?
At this
Or
point,
are you worried
Yes,
about the wheel
he
hop
is.
still?
No, at this point, it has all changed because
Okay.
I'm like, you probably won't. Well, I guess I was going to hear the audio, but you can't hear
you
it.
can also kind of see even in the video. Can you zoom in on this, like in front of
no,
your
I
car?
cannot zoom in.
Okay.
No.
Like it's a fucking full on like rut.
Well, I can-
It's
I
a
can go to the
launch
GoPro footage
pad.
instead.
It's fine.
But
But yeah,
It's-
for reference, it's no longer grass. It is
Yeah.
like officially like you drop down in it and you fucking take off.
yeah. So at this point, I'm back to like 3,500 RPM drops, and
Yeah.
I am now confident that the clutch is working good. So I'm flat foot shifting every shift.
Oh yes.
Whether I'm going 1 to 2 or 2 to 1, like I don't even pretend to lift my foot and just bang the clutch.
Yeah.
And it actually took it pretty well.
Yeah, your takeoffs were a lot better.
Yeah. The car, this is how you can actually see some speed in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the car darting around
Yeah,
and
holy
body rolling.
Body roll on this. Yeah. There you go. First gear on the tight corners. Yep.
Throwing dirt.
The car bogs every time I get into the dirt again.
Oh, it
Back
was
in
this
first.
one. This one, you took that really wide and got into that soft stuff again.
It moved good through it.
It did.
Yeah.
But like I watched you do this, and I just heard the RPM drop, and I went, "Fuck! I hope you get grip."
It's a lot of limiter bash first.
Yeah.
Damn, there's the dirt gets thrown really high, like way higher than I thought.
Well-
Which even some of the pictures Charisse and Nick also both took, like
They're
wow,
usually
like I'm shocked how far my fucking car throws dirt.
You also have to remember the weird camera angle of this.
Well, no, but like
This thing
in the
throws.
pictures that Nick and
Oh,
Therese
yeah.
took, like I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
wow, like, and the fact that we do that every single run is actually pretty impressive.
I know, because I had a hard time doing that last season.
So I thought that was pretty
That first section was like really soft.
on the limiter.
Caitlin was like, "Oh, that would have been a good picture, but this lens doesn't zoom out."
And here we
far
go.
enough."
Cone.
cool.
Oh.
That's why I picked run 5. Smoke that cone.
Yeah.
Just limiter.
Oh, so I haven't heard you hit the limiter on this thing on track because I'm either in the same group as you or whatever.
Oh.
On your
Oh.
very last run, I had finished before you, like 2
Oh,
cars.
yeah?
I get back to the pit and I hear, what? Da, 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 da. I'm like, I think that's Brian. And I look over, I'm like, oh, it's Brian. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I am on the limit.
I just
every-
I never get to hear it. Like I'm either looking at something else or doing something else, or I'm in the group with you, so I'm in my car.
Yeah.
So like for the first time I'm in the pit, I just hear what da, 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 da. I'm
I
like,
don't-
oh yeah.
I don't know how to shift. I just wait till it goes what da 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 da, and then pound it.
That's literally
Kinda.
the afternoon session. That's what because
Yeah.
at this point I'm way behind. I'm like whatever. I'm like
I'm
literally
shocked. I'll say I'm
flat-foot
I'm
shifting
shocked how many
everything.
times I down. You want to go to my like race?
You want to say? Do you
I
want
think
to,
5. I think 5 is a good
I'll go
one.
to the results. Do you have one that you want to? Oh, don't do that.
Do his best run.
Hate Winders. That was probably
Well, it depends on
morning.
track changes.
All your afternoon runs were within 2/10
Yeah.
or within a 1 second. But
Yeah.
we'll just do like run 5. Just
yeah,
like I
run
did.
5. That's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, run 5.
Oh, yeah, I try harder, but I got slower in the afternoon.
Tried so hard, got so far.
But like some of these downshifts into first, I'm shocked. It like sometimes it like I feel the wheels like stutter because they're all trying to catch up to how fast the motor's spinning,
Oh yeah,
or like the car's spinning faster than what the wheels
Yes.
will eventually do.
that's what the clutch trying to soak all that up.
Yeah, it's not happy sometimes.
Okay.
But I only misshift a couple times. So
Listen to that healthy 2-2.
2-2.
2-2,
Hell yeah.
zipping through cones. Panic.
Yeah, I got a little wide maybe, just a skosh.
Yeah, just a-
At this
just
point,
a
the
hair.
grass section's getting kind of fast for you.
Oh, they threw that one middle cone way out.
Yeah, that fucked me up.
On the limiter again.
Oh yeah,
You were on the limiter a lot.
That little stretch there was just too far,
Yeah, this one's just too far to do in first.
and then immediately back into first because I'm like, oh yeah.
Does he drift the whole thing?
I stayed in second in that. Oh no, that's
So
still
you're in first. Yours in the top of first. Ooh, big
The problem
sideways.
is like, why would you shift? Because then I'm back into first to go
Yeah.
fast through all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they straightened out the hairpin a lot
Hairpin.
more.
It
Gained a
was
lot of
sti-
time.
It
with
was
that.
still a tight turn, but
tight turn, but slower speed.
or I should tight gate.
Yeah,
Yes.
tight gates, but a more straight turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up saving like 3 or 4 seconds, I think. That was a missed shift. I'm like, well, we're just gonna coast in now, I guess.
Coasting back into first.
Slam it in and go from
Floor
there.
it.
Let's see if we have any commentary after this. There's usually something.
Yeah. I usually
least
talk
when you
about
see the
time at
sign.
least, yeah.
76.2.
There's me leaving right there. Wow.
Not great. And I smell a ton of gas.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Crazy.
Yeah,
how-
Caitlin walked over for some reason. When she walked back, she's like,
Everybody-
Andy's car reeks of gas."
Everybody said that. I'm like, I've been smelling it for 2 months, but I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it is. Like, it just smells like gas. The one
Yeah.
day, was it you or me and you? We were going down the road. I rolled the window down.
You and me coming back from Menards when we were doing your camper.
And I'm like, you smell that? And it's just fucking raw gasoline. I'm like, it smells like it's coming from the engine bay, but it's dry as a bone.
Yeah, I'm like,
I don't know,
I'm
man.
Like, oh, that's why you're rolling your windows up and down the whole time.
Yeah, it sucks.
Race car, bro.
But yeah, it turns out it's coming from the back. It's like whirlpooling enough to get to the window. And yeah, it's from the top of the tank, which
Yep.
I'm not going to drop the rear subframe in order to look at the fucking hoses
Fuck
until they
nah.
leak.
Not until you're ready to replace all of
Yeah,
it.
it turns out it's time to replace them all. So
All right, Marcus.
So, yeah,
do, you have
back
do you have a
on-
lap that you want?
Do you want to pull up my times here real quick?
Yeah, do you want to see which lap you want then?
Scroll down.
Oh, I went past it, didn't I? There's you. Lap 5 was your fastest. Everyone's ripping lap 5.
Yeah.
You wanna hit
lap 4, you had
lap
2
4, you had
cones.
2 more cones. You want to watch that
Yeah,
again?
No.
We'll do
I
lap.
think I just clipped it. Yeah,
we'll throw
do,
lap 5.
do 5.
Do you want it on your GoPro?
Hey, if you
or
didn't
on
hit
the
any
Insta?
cones, you would have been.
Let's do. I want to see
You would have gained a
5.
time.
Well, which 5? Because 5 is actually 6 because you missed 1. Do you want to see the outside view or the inside view?
Let's do the inside view. We'll do the outside, and then we'll do the 360.
Okay. We'll just get through all the last videos.
You'll watch
then we
me fucking whipping that shit
We
box.
can look at all these dope pictures that we got taken.
Wait, you had 2 GoPros?
No.
No,
Or just-
I switched it, so this is race 4.
Okay.
You can see Marcus here fucking ripping it.
Mind you, at this time, I had just locked it in fucking first and just went for it.
Just stuck it on the floor.
The whole reason I like this view is it really shows how much you're fucking sitting bouncing around and shit.
Feels like a little loud.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
You forget my exhaust is held on by 4 tacks.
It's fine.
It's fine. Mine got louder throughout the day because the factory fucking flange started to break.
This is your fast lap? You almost murdered that cone.
Yes.
Hey, to be fair, I made $5 off that.
Hell yeah.
Your exhaust did survive,
Yes,
and Andy
it
was
did.
betting me it wouldn't.
Oh.
He hasn't paid me yet, but I was right.
I have my wallet downstairs.
Hell yeah.
I was more so. I had faith in the tax. I didn't have faith in the
rest of it.
section.
It looked like a fucking skeletal
All
spine.
right, wait, hold on, because at some point I'm pretty sure I hit the limiter on here.
That would have been it if you were on it.
No,
Yeah, that was the
it's
back
towards the end.
Oh, yeah.
Just a
Hold on, wait. Wait.
It looks so rough in there.
Being in this corner, yeah, it's not smooth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're like-
I forget to breathe. So like I hold my breath a lot because I'm focusing, and then like I get halfway through and I'm like,
That's what you
oh yeah, I forget I have to breathe.
A helmet with an air blower helps a lot because you get cool, fresh air right to your noggin. It's great.
So this is the 360.
This
No,
is
this is the
Other
this
go-
is
oh, GoPro
GoPro on the outside.
Okay.
I
just want to see.
I want
Yeah,
to try
testing
and throw
camera
different camera angles out there and stuff. I wanted a rooster tail. That's what I wanted.
It gives a different perspective for
It
sure.
really does. I think
You can see how close you get to the cones.
the Pontiac was running a GoPro on the door.
The Bonneville?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was
Supercharged.
Yeah.
Supercharged Bonneville.
The thing was too clean to be there.
Yeah, they rescued it from like the junkyard. It's not that nice. It looks nice.
It looks.
nice.
on the
They
outside.
had to have buffed the paint or like
They
did a
had to,
like
right.
a hand buff or something because it's very clean.
Yeah.
I saw him open the door, even the inside. I'm like, wow, it looks kind of nice, guys.
So I want to say there's something horribly wrong with
Was it a
Probably.
Clash for Clunker Survivor?
Maybe.
Probably. Fuck no, that thing was new at Clash for Clunkers.
It'd be too new.
Oh
for that,
yeah, fair.
Oh, throwing dirt.
I threw dirt.
Oh, very close to the
Very
cone.
close to the
I know exactly where everything's at.
Yeah, underneath
For the
your
most
car
part.
is where the cones are
Fuck
at.
you. They moved that one in.
That's limit.
one-
That's all the limiter.
Yeah,
That's one thing I do need to work on is I need to stop hugging and more focusing on my drive line.
There's a the common thought is to hug the inside of the corner.
You don't.
That's actually
Not always.
That's
Not-
actually wrong.
yeah,
What you
not
want to do is push the outside of the corner as far as you can,
Yeah.
then cut in. It's a weird little dichotomy.
Okay, so
carrying
not-
momentum through.
Not the worst. I
corners.
think I need to
It looks like a race car.
extend that mount on
Oh,
the
get it off the
GoPro.
car some, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Can you stick it to like the mirror almost? Give you like yourself like another couple of
Ooh,
inches of
that'd
room.
be-
Or
good
put it
idea.
on the back corner glass. That way you're looking
Maybe.
at more of what's
think-
actually behind the car.
We want
Yeah.
more of like a 3/4 view on the car, I think.
yeah, I don't know. I was just playing
Well,
around with
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But-
Take your 360 cam, stick it to the hood sideways, and that starts hitting cones. You're like, wait.
All
no.
right, so we saw my first 360.
Yeah.
Let's go to my
go to your last run.
fifth 360.
Run 5. God, the 360, the color is just so much more vivid than GoPro.
That's because it has color correct, and I just turned it on.
Damn.
It
But
works.
It is way more vivid. Boggin.
I love
Oh,
the
just wait. You can see I'm fucking schmoovin' in this one.
Yeah, this is everything the car has.
It could have been a little bit more.
That's fair.
driver
You can see it lean into every corner.
Okay, I'll take it up there with Marcus Camp race.
You can have it next race.
Yeah, true.
I gotta get a helmet.
Just
Yeah,
take mine.
your helmet won't fit it.
Yes, it will.
Because
Yeah,
a
it
giant
will.
noggin. He wears a 2XL.
You wore that helmet when you rode my bike.
Oh, you used that?
Yes.
oh, yeah. The
Oh.
open face one.
Yeah, my open face.
Oh yeah, that fits me.
right at the cone.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Definitely the same run.
Yep.
It is tempting to just follow the ruts at some point.
Well, that cone, that last one of that turn, they kept moving out.
Yeah.
So you were so used to hugging, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, fuck, there's a cone. I gotta come wide.
That's why you have to look up at the cones.
yeah, I
and not down at
know.
the track.
I'm bad.
Drive each run blind. Throwing dirt.
I was giving her about 90%.
The wind rushing over it almost sounds like a little baby turbo.
Yeah.
It's not, but it'd be so much cooler if it was. Everywhere. Race car.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was our footage from the day. We got, run videos of every run. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
At some point, it's like, it's still a show. We got to get on with it. But yeah,
and we usually do like our first, a kind of middle, and then our ending.
give it just a general overview of the day. But what we did do is get a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
So
1,150 or whatever.
1,524 or something.
Oh, I thought it was 23.
Yeah. So one of the things I like to do is like go through and pick like the best couple out of each group. It's like an editor's choice. Yeah, I didn't have time to do that because my birthday was Monday, and we went out for my birthday on Wednesday. I'm like, I had no time left. I was editing these at 11 o'clock last night and at lunch today, trying to keep up on this. So we're just gonna look at some pictures. Nick and Caitlin took some excellent ones.
The low Talon.
So this is the Honda Talon.
Yeah.
These
This
are-
is on small tires and low to the ground. And
By edit, did you actually
No, cut out the excess and like the GoPro footage I had to edit in just to get it
yeah.
I got
to fit. But
Relative.
you could see like this thing was moving so fast it was a blur looking at it. To be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both the UTVs were fast.
Yeah, so there's UTV Max and UTV.
Yeah. Basically
something else, UTV
turbo
Sport.
versus non-turbo.
Yeah, separate classes.
Which
yeah.
is fair. I mean, if you're running a non-turbo side by side, it's definitely going to be different than.
Oh yeah.
100%. But the
Turbo.
Bonneville
God, the thing was so cool.
looking so pretty.
Yeah.
This was like their first time ever doing something like this. One of the guys had raced autocross before. The other one had never done any racing.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
But like they were out there slinging a supercharged
Yeah.
3.8. Like I like this car a lot. He was working the corner with me, so I had to hear all about all their stuff.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I didn't ask any questions.
I'm excited to be seeing that and getting pictures again.
Yeah, it's on
That
like
was so cool to see.
it's on like the cheapest highway tires right now. I'm like, oh, put some winters on there. That thing will be ripping. And I'm like, wait, you're in my class. Don't do that.
I want to help you because you're cool. I don't want to help you because my time depends on it.
Speaking of cool, the coolest car of the day, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
The modified all-wheel drive first gen Legacy,
It's just so pretty.
but only because he did an engine swap, which
he put the 2.5 in it instead of the 2.2.
a 205, which is just it's a 2.2 with 2.
No, he's a 2.5 with 2.2 heads on it.
Yeah, whatever.
He's got
the
some
fuck it
weird
is.
combination
Yeah.
thing.
And they're called a 205. It's fucking Subaru lingo. It's bullshit.
But like
Yeah.
clean, looks nice. On the other side, he said it was rusty, but
Yeah.
it still looks super nice.
Yeah.
Because Michael had this same car but in green.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Love to see it out there.
Speaking of things we see out here,
The old
Travis.
dad wagon.
the old Lexus out here slinging
old
dirt as
Rooster
usual.
Teeth.
Thing fucking rips.
2JZ, no shit.
Big ol' wang.
Chucking dirt.
Non-turbo, but it doesn't matter.
Somebody was asking, like, is that a drift car? I'm like, honestly, I don't.
I mean, he does
I don't
it
even
a
know.
lot. Like, kinda.
A different set of tires and a
Handbrake.
handbrake
An
and
angle kit.
an angle kit.
yeah.
Might have one. Do you guys have any cars you want to specifically check out? So I can go through all of them, but
I mean, Aaron's car because he's fast.
Aaron Boone.
There was that
Yeah.
silver Subaru, not the BRZ.
Okay, I'll just
Can't think of it.
see. Oh, white Subaru. That's Aaron Boone's. This is
Yeah.
Andy's like wannabe future car.
Yeah. Well, I asked him a lot of questions. He's like, "Yeah, I'm."
You can already see it chucking.
He's like, "I'm
dirt.
limited slip from a Forester and new 5-speed." He swapped. He went from cable to hydraulic clutch. I'm like, so you're the build I need to follow. He has a 2.5 now.
and no weight in the car.
Yeah, fully gutted.
Damn.
Anything that can come out is gone.
Yeah.
It's got to be so light.
He did disc brake in the rear also. That was an upgrade. From that was last year. He did a lot of changes to it. I'm like, you were still fast last year though. What the fuck?
Huh?
What
the hell? Yeah.
Oh, the BRZ with the
Oh, the
brand
Golf.
new Golf livery on it.
Supposedly more is going to get done to it. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming roof and sides maybe.
I
or
love the Golf.
more
colors
of
this
that
car.
livery is going to get on the car.
Yeah,
Apparently,
they can maybe do
so.
the sides or something
Yeah.
or over the roof. But I
That one was
love
cool.
I love the color scheme on this.
It's cool.
License plate Gallo 12. That's such a deep cut. I love it.
So And when we were watching this, Caitlin was like, "Wasn't that the one Subaru you were considering?" I'm like, "I was."
Sure
yeah.
was.
Yeah. She was like, "Wow."
Buy it.
Just,
Yeah.
wow. What do you mean? Wow.
Because
Gotta-
she's like, well, when I think of Subaru, I just think of like crossovers. I'm like,
Oh, I
she's
didn't
gonna-
get to see the
lesbians.
mintiest Camry ever.
You see
run.
Peter's Camry out here
Yeah.
ripping. Love this car.
God, it could be going to church or it could be winning Rallycross. You never know.
It's just so pretty.
It's just so
Man.
nice.
It I love the race wheels on it too. Like
Yeah.
it looks so fast, but it also looks like a Toyota Camry. No, he's a good guy. I like talking to Peter. Mm-hmm. You don't have to freeze your. He was the only one at Freeze Your Curds that I could talk to in front.
Well-
other than Ben and everybody
yeah.
else that I knew.
Your arch.
But none of you guys went.
Ooh, the Audi.
The Audi was kicking ass except for that low crash bar.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he ripped off like a handful of wires. Did you? Your corner, I think, grabbed some wires too, didn't they, Brian?
Mine did not.
Oh,
no.
okay. Like 3 corners had handfuls of wire because they were just hanging down from the fucking front end of this car. I'm assuming he just pulled his bumper off. It's like, it'll be fine.
Well, I think it hits when he takes it off the trailer. That's why it's just a crash bar.
Oh,
'Cause
fair.
it's just a
But
tilt-
the
he's a
crash
tilt
bar
dad.
throughout the day, it started kicked towards the front bumper.
Oh,
it
did
ended
it?
up. It ended up coming back towards like the
Oh,
middle of the
no.
car.
I
noticed
Yeah,
that.
he definitely like you can see it's
Yep.
not very high off. Yeah, look how
Yeah.
forward it is. Try to find a late
This
picture
is, I
of
think
it.
this is as late as we got.
Oh,
for
it's
it, but
fucking. It gets tucked back, and the intercoolers are right there too. I'm like, dude, I know you're not
My
working with a
brother in
lot, but like
Christ.
a 2-inch lift kit would help a lot. I think.
this car is fast. For
But it
model,
is very
yeah.
fast and fun to watch and makes cool noises. So.
Yeah, in model out there.
Cool build,
shredding.
bro. Yeah.
TTs are such a strange little car.
I
Well, I
know,
love
like-
the black one that was lifted with like gold wheels. I think
Oh,
last
from
year.
last year, yeah.
That, the newer body style of them.
Yeah, that was Ian, I think his name is.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. Like, loved watching that car work. It
Speaking of
worked
other
very well,
silver
but-
things that work but somehow shouldn't, the Raptor showed up.
the third gen
my
Raptor,
Color me shocked.
2022 or 2023 Raptor, yeah.
F-150 Raptor.
Yeah. Third gen Raptor EcoBoost, just doing things.
Like in the morning, he was
I'm-
being pretty careful
I'm
with it.
very
He
surprised
started to
did
get
not
on it
roll.
more.
At the end of the day, he
I'm
was
not. That
beating
has.
that thing.
I mean, that has $1 million worth of R&D in the
Well,
suspension of that.
yeah,
car, so.
but
it's made.
I
to
don't
do
know. When
rally.
you think truck on rally, you think that fucker's gonna roll over.
Yeah, I mean, but so I
It's so
texted. I
wide.
texted my buddy Dominic because he's been really wanting a used Raptor. So now,
Buy that one.
well, originally he was trying to find a second gen, and now he's like, but like a little bit more gets me a third gen.
the third gens aren't.
And so
that
I'm like,
much
hey,
more.
third gen doing rally. So when you buy one, you need to come out here and do this. He's like, damn. He's like, I sent him the picture of the times and it had yours and Michael's in it. He's like, damn, why is he so slow? I'm like, well, to be fair, it's as wide as the gates.
That's the other thing is like we're in little hatchbacks that fit through the gates nicely.
Yeah.
He is the whole
yeah,
gate.
he's a lot of. I don't think he had that many cones. Like, want to check his times?
I can see.
I don't think he had a lot. Like, he had a couple.
two cones in the whole day.
Yeah, that's-
less than Marcus in one run.
That's pretty good.
It's actually for
Yeah.
something for being as wide as a zip code. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, but like he was getting on it. He was trying. Like he was trying. This was also obviously his first event because we would have remembered seeing a Raptor out here.
Yeah.
So like he's doing okay, but it's like, yeah, you're driving a house out here.
Speaking
So-
of
You're
first,
driving a medium-sized mobile home, but
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah.
yeah. Speaking of first times out and interesting things, Andy, I'm sure you can account for this. The blue Civic.
The Turbo
yes.
Civic,
It's a-
that shoots when it loses its mid pipe, it shoots flames out from under the
That's
car.
right. He did lose the fucking
His
mid-pipe.
downpipe fell off in
Not
the
a
first
lot of
run.
people saw it, but he was shooting flames out of it after he lost the mid pipe. Yeah.
This thing was ridiculous.
I think it was me
It
and
was
Michael.
awesome to
we were
hear.
hanging
when we were loading up. He stopped by.
No.
Oh.
Because me and Michael ran same heat as
You
this
were
guy.
in the same class.
Yes.
You just
And
couldn't
as
see
he
it.
came back, I literally looked at Michael and go, "Did he lose his exhaust on this run?" And I like looked down and I saw the pipe, and I'm like, "Yep." And then like 2 minutes later, he went and back to the pits and put it up
Yeah,
on
threw some
ramps real
bolts in it.
quick.
Yeah.
Like fuck.
But he
yeah.
would like as onto the back straight, especially. It'd come.
Oh,
through.
yeah.
What? Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, he shifts in a second and it's still spinning. It's like, love that.
Yeah, so I talked to him at the end of the race. It's a
Yeah.
turbo 1.5, going 8
Lord.
pounds of boost. He tuned it himself.
Shit.
He's like, it's
Honda shit.
He's like, it's probably 200 wheel, but it's got a limited slip in it and stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a fast car. for-
Yeah, it fucking does all the right things. Makes great noises and must be fun to drive.
But he
so.
tuned it himself. He's like, yeah, it gets 19 out of the gallon. I'm like, oh, brother, that's rich.
Yeah, that's a little bit of fuel. Hey, it's cool. I mean,
it's running cool, but I'm like,
Yeah.
my 1.6 big turbo gets 28, so maybe.
yeah.
He's like, I tuned it myself. Like, it runs good, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Who was the other guy who was talking about having a daily? Oh, Sharice's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Or fiance?
Eric Dietrich.
Yeah,
I think is that was his name pronounced?
He has a big turbo or a modified Fiesta as a daily.
Jump to that just
Yeah.
for since we're talking about the mini.
She kicked Brian's
the
ass.
mini that whooped the living shit out of me.
She was kicking her fiance's ass too, to be fair. And
Yeah.
then his mom was driving it too.
Yeah.
Gail, I think
No
her name was.
way.
Yeah, she was the third
This
driver.
is
in
823 is her.
Yeah, that was the third driver of it, and she was in like her own class or whatever. But
Yeah, she was
That's so
technically like
awesome.
prep, or she was in constructors just 'cause
yeah,
she
just
couldn't
because
fit.
she wanted to just have fun. Which,
Yeah.
but she was doing good. Like I'll give her credit.
Yeah,
So it was
Whereas,
cool.
Yeah, Charisse is like a full time racer, and she does like rallies, and they do
Yeah.
chump car and lemons and this and that. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
they're
both
just,
of them together do a lot of
They're
racing.
just here
but
to have fun.
they're here to just beat up on us for fun in their race cars. Yeah.
The,
So as I'm in line getting my ass kicked by this mini, I'm like, how much power does it make? I just gotta know. At 1,250 RPM, it makes 208 foot-pounds of torque.
good lord.
My car doesn't make 100.
What does it make at the high end?
Well, that's for torque.
Oh,
because it's a
fair.
turbo mini.
Yeah, fair.
Where
What's
it
it make
makes
for
like
horsepower?
197 or
Oh,
something.
wow, I thought you were
But I'm
gonna
like, but like
God
all the
damn.
torque down low when you're bogging through that
Oh,
dirt.
fair, yeah.
I'm just like,
I'll say it's bone stock, but like I hear the I hear the grunt and the turbo sometimes. I'm like,
What was
"Oh,
it?
that's
The
crazy."
the white mini.
yeah.
He had a
Oh, yeah.
fucking aggressive blow off valve.
Yeah.
Because the
that would
minute
be-
he would let a millimeter off that throttle.
That is.
He was right in front of me.
That is
in
David
the line.
Davis.
Did anybody else notice too? There was like an aggressive like rubbing noise.
That's every
No,
vehicle.
no, like
Here's that
it
white
was
On
like
his car? No.
reciprocal.
Well, you guys
of
were on
what?
track. I was in
like
line
his
behind him.
front driver's side wheel was like
Yeah.
He bought this car. I think he said for like fucking $1,500.
Dude, minis are
I'm like,
cheap.
But it,
Minis
Minis
are
are
cheap.
so cheap.
I saw one
that
for
one's
sale
a
on
very nice
Facebook.
example of cheap
Yeah, I'm
ones,
like, it
but no,
looks
like
so
I,
nice.
The amount of times I could have bought $1,000 mini is there's a lot of them.
There
yeah.
are. Yeah.
He was on my corner as well, so we're talking about this and that.
Oh,
he's like,
yeah.
I just can't keep the turbo hot. I'm like, you got to left foot brake this thing. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to.
Well, fair.
He's
Hey,
like, I'm,
whatever, man.
He's like, I'm old. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm just out here. I just want to beat my son in the Sentra Spec V.
oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, because they used to
used to
co-drive
co-drive
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 996
Yes.
Sentra.
The blue one, the Spec R.
The blue, Spec R or Spec V, whatever it is. but
Yeah, one of
Spec
them.
V.
it's
thought it was
something.
Spec R.
It's one
No,
or the
you're
other.
right. It is Spec R.
But either way, yeah, the race Sentra. They used to both drive it. Now he's got his own little mini to
hell
beat
yeah.
on. He's also got like MGs and like he's got a bunch of old little cars.
Oh,
and this
yeah,
and that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
I do love a
Mini
little
fits for him,
MG.
apparently.
yeah, I'm like, this guy's so cool. He's like, oh, all my hobbies are very expensive. I like guitars, I like cars, and this. And I'm
Hell
like, oh
yeah.
yeah, like you
Yeah.
picked all the most expensive hobbies to get into, didn't you? He's like, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Let's see what else
Turns
we got. Another newcomer was this red BMW. Like,
Ooh, the
1
brothers.
series.
Oh yeah.
There were the brothers. The one was was corner.
Brother.
It was,
Oh, did you get a chance to talk to him?
yes, pretty cool,
Okay.
dude. Well, so they
believe it had
drove-
templates on it.
Yes, they drove this car to a gas station and talked to the Terrian's daughter's boyfriend, Dakota, I think.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Um,
that sounds right.
They met at a gas station. He talked them into coming to rally, and then they showed up to rally.
That's
Like,
fucking dope.
So I'm like, that's cool.
That's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, they came down from Milwaukee area. They're from like the same area, whatever. They had just bought the car.
They're both
The
co-driving
one
it.
guy said he works at Tesla. So
Interesting.
there must be somewhere in Wisconsin
Or
that
he's
has
like
a
in
Tesla
for the
lot.
week maybe or something. But
Yeah, but yeah, like young kids. I think I don't think his name was Peter.
Beta.
Can you go to the results? It's rear wheel drive.
It's stock scrolling there. It goes. It's being weird.
Bader.
Stock rear. No, they're not in stock rear. They're in prep rear.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yes, it was prep rear.
Martin and Peter. No, you were
Yes,
right.
yeah,
It was
okay,
Peter.
yes, it was. Okay, yeah. Good dudes.
Yeah.
So
Let's see. Where's
hell yeah.
Now where's the black BMW?
We also had
that one I want
two
pictures of.
people co-driving
Oh, yeah, yeah.
in the Subaru rental.
Yes.
Yes.
That was
Very oddly, just like left after the first heat. They
Something-
weren't. They
something might have-
weren't.
I think something might have broke on it.
Oh,
I don't know.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean it's a rental. You're just gonna
yeah.
beat it.
The black rental
Sure.
BMW is getting beat on a lot.
This thing is getting beat hard.
Yeah, that was Dakota was driving this one as well.
So this thing is on like
That's a rental?
Yes.
this thing's on legitimate like mud terrains.
I'm pretty sure that
I don't
they're
think it's a
Federal
rental.
Courageous, which are a like fuckboy truck tire.
Yeah.
Like I know them from like the truck scenes. They make stretch tires
They
for
make
22s,
cheap,
24s,
cheap
and shit.
soft tires. But
Yeah.
They're out here hooning
But
this thing.
this dude was roosting. The old guy who was renting it on like it was Dakota was renting it, and then the other guy was like revving the fuck out of it and roosting the shit out of it.
So I was behind him, I think in heat 2, and he literally got out and was like, I'm running on fumes. I got to go put gas in it. I was like, that's fine. I'll save your spot.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the SRT Neon.
Yeah.
My sweet, sweet baby. Love this car. Just an absolute rocket ship.
Yeah, that thing was schmoving.
It's hard to keep up with.
This is like, I was looking at his times. I'm like, okay, he's 5 seconds faster than me. I'm like,
Yeah. He was
I'll stay there.
consistently like 3 for me. And I'm like, well, I'm trying. I'm like, maybe if I put like 16s and like wider tires on it and then like do the
Limited slip and gears.
Eurocross or whatever.
Alpha
they're-
Eurocrosses. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems to be the
Like maybe if
go-to.
I do those, it'll be competitive, but I'm not going to spend the money on it this year. So
But just look, it's just.
yeah.
I love this
Just
blue
look
too.
at
I
it.
love the blue too.
It is a nice blue.
Oh,
With the
I do think
wang.
I have an idea of painting my
Uh-oh.
car. Brian, you were right on it. The Red Bull colors would be sick.
The Red Bull Mini Cooper.
Yeah.
Yes, but wagon.
Yeah, wagon size.
But also buy a 55-gallon drum
and paint it up like a Red Bull can.
and fucking stick
Yeah.
it to the top.
That's I was going to suggest that too.
I think that's needed. Like
Yeah.
truly, that's it's got to be.
Dip through the rest of these cars real quick. Like, Greg Frederick.
Oh,
usually
yeah.
runs-
Yes, Mr. Celica man.
brought a Corvette.
Fucking now he's got the mullet mobile. Yeah.
He was talking
Which-
to somebody else, at the lunch break or whatever, and I walked past him. He's like, "This thing's way more fun than my Celica ever
Oh yeah.
was." He's like, I don't know why I
drove
waited
the
so
shit
long.
out of the Celica.
What
though.
was the joke that Michael made
to what? Well,
about the Corvette?
I don't-
It was
that's
like a
all you, I
safety
don't-
item thing. He was like, "Oh, we're not allowed to do this, but yet I can bring a Corvette made out of fucking
Oh,
fiberglass."
no carbon fiber for
Oh,
UTVs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason UTVs
I
couldn't
can
have
bring a whole car made out of fiberglass. Yeah.
This car's made out of paper and plastic.
Fair.
Dip into our pictures real quick. Actually, Nick gave good pictures. They are right.
I did, yes.
Nick edit.
Nick edit. See, our car's actually out here ripping. Look at the
Hell
dirt.
yeah.
Look how far it's going already.
I never would have realized how far I'm throwing dirt.
That was my camera too. I was.
This was your.
I was very.
You
happy
can tell
with
the
that.
colors are way better off your camera because mine isn't color corrected or anything.
Yeah.
But look at it ripping, throwing dirt.
That was also mine.
That looks fully sideways.
It probably was.
It looks like you're carrying momentum drifting
Yeah.
to the passengers.
the car drifts. It really does.
Yeah. Oh, I never thought
That's
that
a
I would
nice
drift
one.
as much in the all-wheel
Thanks.
drive, but I still
This
do,
one
so.
took like 10 minutes to edit. So
Oh, do you edit people out of it too?
edit people out of it. I had to make a
The
whole
dog.
mask.
Did it replace,
The
did it
dog
replace people with
suggestion.
dogs again?
I made a separate layer for your car to brighten up just the car
Ooh,
from the
yeah.
background.
I
Okay.
can kind of see that the
Yeah.
car is bright.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you
white.
can- you can
because
see
of
it
the
on the
white.
TV.
To be
yeah.
fair, the white is just vivid
Yeah.
anyway
Yeah.
compared to the dull orange
Burns
and
my
red.
eyes.
That's
Hell
such
yeah.
a good picture.
Oh, also like the very progressive roost line.
straight
Like
flat
it's
roost.
like it's literally
Yeah.
a perfect fucking bar graph.
Can you hear me now, looking ass? This thing throws dirt too. I mean, it's aggressive.
yeah.
No, they're going to Marcus out here
Eh.
jipping.
Look at the fucking body roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're almost rubbing on the fender.
So
Apparently
funny,
you do a lot because
I
someone
do.
called you out on that.
I think it was Greg.
Yeah, it might have been. He's like, "Hey, your buddy rubs a lot
Yeah.
on his passenger front." I'm like, "Yeah, he knows." He's like, "No, like a lot." I'm like, "I'll let him know."
So I noticed when I pulled the wheels off, I was like, "Huh, man, what the fuck are these clean spots?" Oh,
I say mine when you're getting into a bump and turn, it rubs a little.
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
mine rubs all. A lot.
it
I
like
don't
there.
know.
It was just it had rubbed the dirt off the like fender lining. I was like,
It's just touching it.
Fuck it, it's fine.
Yeah. Michael's car,
the bad side.
the bad side,
Yeah.
crunched in. Yeah, this thing was. It was shockingly consistent all day. It did really good.
He just beats the shit out of it.
He's not afraid to kill the car. He really just isn't.
That's why I bring a trailer. Hell yeah.
Another one of Andy chucking dirt around, looking all shiny white. Dents.
Wow.
Dent, 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 dent. Rust.
Don't look.
If you zoom out and close your eyes a little bit, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Marcus,
From the
chunking dirt.
original pictures perspective.
Those are big chunks of dirt.
Damn.
That corner specifically was throwing the biggest
Am I
chunks.
picking a tire up? It's pretty close.
You did a
It's
lot.
throwing dirt still. It's close.
I'm pretty sure Charisse got you picking up a tire a couple times. Did you go through that?
I got it for all
No.
those dirt chunks.
Go on
and you could
Facebook
see
on
your
the-
lights
I'll have to
on.
look it up after
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, this is such a nice picture. Yeah, look at the chunks it's throwing with these
Hell
tires.
yeah.
These do work, okay.
I will say I'm really digging these new tires.
Because you rallied last year on your junk winters that were
On my
bald and bad.
iron heads?
No, that's your new tires, your iron head radials or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did race on those.
did you? Okay.
Once.
How do you compare your iron heads to the Sumitomo ice edges?
Way fucking better.
Yeah.
So, and like I explained to Jason this
You
a
explained
while
a lot
ago.
of stuff to Jason.
Well, yeah. He's like, oh, you should get, like these like studded tires. And I'm like, well, I have studded tires, but I can't stud them. 'cause
Studded
that's
bowl,
against-
not studded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Potato, against the rules. I was like, but really all I'm hoping for is because, last year I would oversteer a lot and just like barely, I would hop a lot. And,
Which the fact you didn't blow a beat off shocks
which
me.
is same. This first race, I felt a lot more control in my steering. I was still hopping, but I was still turning to where I was pointed.
To be fair, you probably also need like shocks. If you had like shocks, maybe it wouldn't hop so bad.
yeah,
And we should hook up your front sway bar and then add a rear like Michael did.
Yeah, we have suspension work to do, but
You do.
I do.
I have beers
you
to
have,
drink and
you
watch
have,
you do
yeah,
it.
exactly. You have supervision and go, why the fuck did you do that? And me going,
I
oh,
don't know. Why'd you put the axle back in before you changed the bearings? Stuff like that.
At least I know how to get it out a lot easier now.
Leave the keys up on the table.
Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's the majority of
Yeah.
cars. There's obviously a bunch of cars, but all the pictures are up on the Milwaukee region Facebook.
Oh, did you post all of them?
Yeah, I posted a Google Drive with
Yeah,
all
this
these
morning I
photos.
saw, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was this morning, but I got that posted up this morning.
You
So
put a little
anybody can-
Yeehaw Lads watermark on them in the bottom corner.
again, this is just like
I do it for fun.
let's say that's the
Yeah.
thing is
I'm
like
not trying to sell.
half these people.
Oh fuck no,
they-
not like put them over the car, just a little one down. in
Yeah,
the corner.
but it's like half these people like they drive themselves to the track,
Yeah.
race all day, have no pictures of their car or anything. It's
Right.
like it's one of those things. That's like this is how we
have
give
extra
back.
people
This-
here.
this
We
is
have
true.
someone
We're-
who
yeah.
very much so enjoys taking pictures.
yeah, we're the-
Photography is my hobby. I'd rather
Exactly.
I'd rather help someone out.
Art is my
Yeah.
passion.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we've got people. We're the closest. We've got cameras. It's like we'll gladly do it for fun.
well,
and
let's
for
see, how
free.
many cameras did we have?
2.
3 GoPros,
Oh,
an Insta360, which is technically 2 cameras.
Yeah, and then two,
And then
regular
2 shooters,
cameras.
and then phones. Yeah, there was a lot of
I really,
cameras.
did we use our phones at all?
Nick got a video or two on his.
I mean,
end.
Yeah,
oh
you
yeah,
got
I guess I used my phone. So
Yeah.
1,
You're
2,
probably watching
3,
TikToks while you're
4,
racing,
5, 6, 7, 8, 8 cameras.
not including the 5 on my, my
Yeah.
phone and stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is, I think that's good for the picture section out of these.
Anything else crazy happened? I don't even remember.
Not during the race, I don't think. That was pretty.
Yeah.
Like the actual race itself went over pretty good. All
Yeah,
things considered.
after the first heat, we really started kind of getting into a decent flow.
Yeah.
That's, I think everybody like kind of got their rhythms knocked
Well,
out. The first
and
2 or
again,
3.
it was the first race of the season, and we did have a lot of people. So
Yeah. But so yeah, we'll go through each of our results more or less real quick. As soon as we started off, I ran the fastest time. I go, hell yeah. And then Ben DeShane, like 3 cars behind me, puts like 3 seconds on me. I'm like, no.
bent you over.
And then Charisse comes out and runs another blazing run. I'm like, no. So the whole day we're kind of battle. It's like 1, 2, 3, almost.
Yes.
Almost like Ben and Charisse are kind of bouncing 1 and 2. Like he's ahead for most of the morning.
Yeah.
And she's catching
You're
up.
hanging on pretty much the whole time, which I thought Charisse was like back a little bit.
She was her first
Until,
runs
like, her
were
third
slow.
run, maybe?
You could see it in the timing.
Yeah,
so she
okay,
ran
yeah.
at 86. Ben ran at
82,
83. I ran at 85. So it was like it was
Okay,
Ben,
yeah.
me, her, and then she started getting faster, and I was
on
consistent.
her third lap was when she she was then ahead of both of you. I'm like, oh shit, there she is.
Yeah.
And she stayed there the
Goddamn.
whole time.
Yeah, once
Oh,
she got warmed up, she was a haul in the mail.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, the whole thing is just like it was basically 1, 2, 3 for us in the afternoon. Except Eric Dietrich in the same Mini Cooper, he gets ahead of me 1 run before the end because
Oh.
I tapped a cone on my 5th run. Coming into our 6th and final run, he's in front of me. I'm behind him because he's in the 2-driver lane.
Yeah.
He is 0.05 seconds ahead of me.
Ah.
I'm just like, I know that car can go faster than me, but I'm like, if he makes any mistake, I can do this.
Yeah.
His last round, he hits 2 cones and like stalls the car out almost. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yes,
yeah, that's
I
right.
remember
He did
that, yeah.
stall.
Yep.
I was like, come on, fucking go, go, go. He was pretty quick with putting the
Yeah.
clutch back in and getting it started and getting out of that little rut that he was
Yeah.
in. I was
so
pretty proud.
The gap between us ended up being 7.7 seconds, right? His last run, he was 5 seconds slower than me and hit 2 cones. Like he would have been right next to me. Like it would have been a tight run. So I'm like, yeah, it's close. And then, I ended up getting him there. So I ended up in 3rd place. This year, instead of 3D printed trophies, they're Magna sticker trophy things, which Andy has stuck to his
have
cup
it on
over
my,
there.
on my water bottle.
It's hard to see, but it's the Milwaukee
Yeah.
Region Rallycross badge.
Yeah, and then
With
it's
like-
it's depending on what color, what place you get. I have gold, obviously, because I'm the only one in my class.
Because you ran prepared all-wheel drive in a class of 1 and 1.
almost 2,
th-
but
Yeah.
I look tall on the podium.
Yeah, that's true.
When there's nothing else to compare it to.
So I got me a little bronze one of those for my little podium. We'll jump to my pick and then Andy's picks. We already spoiled that up. Oh, I wasn't prepared. I thought I had it pulled up. That's on me. Podium picks. We'll jump to mine real quick.
Yeah,
There's me, Sharice, and Ben.
All
We're
at the
somehow
same
perfectly
level.
level.
somehow almost all the same height.
Which I didn't think Ben was that much shorter than
He's
you,
a
but-
couple inches taller than me here. It's
Yeah, I'll
just
say
hard to see.
fair, but
But he's never gotten first at Byron, and we're going to keep it that way.
you
Oh,
and
whether it's
Sharice
me or
just need a,
Sharice,
you and
someone's
Sharice need a. I was gonna say
handshake
gentleman's agreement, but
She doesn't need one. She can just whoop my ass.
fair, yeah.
And then
Like, hey, we're gonna do our best to keep Ben away.
here's Andy all by,
All by
himself.
himself.
Looks all lonesome up there. Speaking of all
year.
by yourself, how did stock all do, Marcus? Would you like to summarize your day of point scoring?
So, in my defense,
Feel free, defend yourself.
brand new engine, brand new tires, a brand new trans,
A lot of setup changes.
lot of setup changes, and like,
You're saying you need a practice day.
no, I'm
Yes.
saying I
Yeah.
need to get over the thought in my head, especially if we're gonna continue to bring 2 trailers that like.
Oh yeah,
That you can blow this thing up on the course.
correct.
I can, but
You
I really
should.
don't fucking want to.
If you sell the Impala, you can
That's
buy
gonna
like
get me nowhere.
you could buy like 5 spare engines with it.
Why would I want to do that?
Because then you can win.
I thought you just
can
called.
win
I thought you were gonna
stock
call
all
like
over.
IAG or whatever and get a long block.
Let me just dump 30 grand into a billet milled fucking short block.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
That's a horrible idea. I've
don't
already
know.
explained this to multiple people. My dad even asked me, he goes, why don't you
It's
just
only $9,799.99.
yes,
There you go.
10K
Oh
in
wait, no,
just
there's
the
a
block.
$4,000 short block.
So again, keep explaining your day.
But so
You're learning a lot about the car as you go.
me learning a lot, kind of seeing where my limits are with everything and not trying to break things. Just
Feeling it
for
out.
first run of the year trying to get a hang on
They're,
things.
like,
so
It's a point series.
Yeah.
You don't have to win every race by a lot.
Exactly.
You just show up and race.
and again, I don't know if I explained this on the last podcast.
You probably didn't.
My entire plan for this year is try not to catastrophically destroy my car
Fair.
and try not to get last.
Fair. Well, why didn't you do that?
I technically did not get last
'Cause
because
the
there
other
was
car-
10 people in our class and they were in the rental.
There was.
And then they just stopped racing and their times
there
disappeared.
was 8 people in your class that showed up anyway. But
No, there was 10 because there was the 2 rental guys. Their times are not here.
7 and 8. What do you mean? Right here. 2002 Super
Bader.
Impreza rental.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's
Haha! I
Yeah.
didn't get last.
out of people that did the whole race. Yeah, you did technically did not get last. You got 6th.
Yeah.
However, Michael ended up deep into first place.
Yeah, he was
He was running 77s pretty
he
consistently.
was hauling ass.
The last 3
Yeah.
were within a second.
He was up by 13 seconds on second place.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could have pushed it harder, I think.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I really like to see is, so he ran a 4:66 total combined time for the day. Mm-hmm. If we scroll down to modified all-wheel drive, that would put him in 3rd place. He would have beat the Audi TT in mod all.
By
by
by a
0.00.
tenth,
Yeah,
yeah.
by whatever. But considering Adam's car is roll cage race car,
Well, were
Aaron's
they
car is
running the
full
same-
course? They were both in the afternoon session or the second session.
Oh, yeah, modified.
They had the
yeah,
same
yeah.
courses. So If he was in Mod All, he would have technically gotten third,
Yeah.
which is shocking considering it's a bone stock car other than a sway bar.
What was my final time? Like 470 something.
474. But we were in the morning track.
Yeah,
which
it was a
tighter and
lot longer. Yeah.
Yeah, you could see these 4-second gap here.
Yeah.
You probably would have shaved another 12 seconds. You'd be right up in there with them.
I figured. I was like, so my fourth run was technically a 76 point something, which was the first run that Michael did in the morning session.
Yeah, you
or
guys would be on
Michael and Marcus both did. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
It's
like I would have had the fastest time if I was still in stock all. I just have to compare it on a course.
you have
that's
to
not the
you have to
same.
kind of
and
grain of sand everything.
Yeah,
There's
basically.
you can't be like I was.
I would like
faster.
to run an event with being in the
On the
same,
same
group
heat.
as at
Yeah.
least stock all-wheel drive. That'd be cool.
Right.
That way I can kind of judge
See,
it easily, more easily.
And again, that's where I'll probably die on this fucking hill of Heat 1, run all the same course, then change it.
That's what we did pretty much.
Almost,
There
yeah.
was change.
But
well, we only route
Heat
two
1
on-
and Heat 2 are different.
We also didn't know we were only going to run 3. If we would have
True.
started the day knowing we were only going to run 3, they probably would have let it slide.
Yeah.
And
Probably.
depending on how many people, like we haven't had that many people.
No.
Ever.
And
it was busy.
it's
So-
the first one of the year. It's
Yeah,
always the busiest,
With
and
10
then
extra
people
people
die
running
off.
a minute and a
Yeah.
half, like
It's
you're gonna,
a lot on
going
that
to
track.
it's going to perpetuate.
We'll jump to Michael's podium picture. Somehow everybody in stock all was tall on the
Wow.
podium. Like Michael doesn't look freakishly tall compared to these guys.
Yeah, no.
pedal harder down to the fucking floor.
That's why Michael wore his boots so he could stuff the pedal in. But yeah, he did pretty good. He was pretty happy with himself. Didn't ruin the brakes. They still work good. You know, a lot of little
They were
things.
hot. I could fucking smell
We
them.
could every time he came around. I'm like, ooh, that's
He came back in the pits like his 5th run, and I was like,
think that was
Michael,
his-
you need to stop.
Yeah, his like fastest lap of the day, he lost like a little bit of brake.
Yeah, he
He's
came
just
back
like,
and he's like, I'm starting to lose brake. I was like, I fucking wonder why, Michael.
hey, got to be in it to win it.
I get it, but god damn.
He could have backed off a little bit, but racing's racing, you know? So,
Well, and this is the second-ish season that he's had those brakes.
yeah, he only had them for like one event last year.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he still beats the shit out of them.
They'll replace them. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Their pads are cheap.
Start running .4.
He has .4 in there already.
Oh, there you go.
He just-
It's fine then.
That's one of the next things I
The pads are just sticky.
need to do is
Brakes.
change my brake fluid.
Yeah, get your brakes all dialed in, but
My pads and rotors are all good. But my brake fluid is fucking black.
yeah.
Looks like fucking Guinness.
But yeah, that was event 1. So I
Yeah.
ended up in 3rd. Marcus got 6th, and Andy got 1st. Michael got 1st. Nick wants to run his Fusion now.
Yeah.
or
You
just
might-
steal the
consider it.
Subaru.
He might just run it for fun.
You
I
can
was gonna say it would be more for fun.
Yeah.
you can literally take the Subaru next event on one condition.
or take.
Yeah.
you blow it up.
Don't blow it
You
up.
blow it up.
I feel like
Don't-
that'd be-
If
Don't
you do, we'll at least be able to
catastrophically
bring
break
it
it.
back home with my trailer.
We have enough.
Yeah.
We have enough
Yeah.
trailers.
Yeah.
Don't catastrophically grenade it.
Catastrophic.
Well, that's the other thing too. Why I want to figure out if I want to get into that because then I got to decide. Well, shit. Then I got to buy a truck. Gotta
Not
find a place
You
necessarily.
don't have to.
or
You don't
a
have
trailer.
If you have a car with a warranty, the dealership has to fix it.
Till there's
The
pounds
Fusion
of dust
doesn't have
flying
one
up.
anymore.
Huh?
The Fusion does not have one.
I
anymore.
know. Buy a fucking Mazda, Miata. And
I'm not rallying a brand new Miata.
It's got a warranty. It's free.
And they're so good at it too.
Yeah, there would
Miatas
be
are
great.
so fun to watch out
If
there.
I'm gonna rally Miata, I'm gonna buy like an NA. Or
yeah, get an
ND.
early gen.
Yeah,
Something you can just wrap the shit out of and
yeah,
not feel
some
bad.
that I won't give a shit about. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
See, my hopes is that Andy just gets rid of the WRX and then I can buy
Nope.
that
He's
and
not
swap
getting
that for the
$6,000.
Impala.
It's what it's worth.
That yeah.
I mean, and
I-
even then, even
5.5.
then it's still. I'll say, well, even then, it's still a one owner, 127,000 mile car. I
5.5.
don't want to get rid of it.
he said 6.
5.5.
5.5 as it sits, sure.
Don't.
I could fix it. I got enough spare parts.
That's
You don't have anywhere to fix
$4,000
it, though.
cash, sure. Yeah, that's $4,000 profit
But
for
yeah.
me. Well, minus a fuel, I guess.
Yeah.
But
But no, overall, it was a fun event. The,
Yeah.
new,
Yeah.
the new course being pushed back further is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm curious
I'm
to see
digging
how
longer
else they lay
courses.
it out. And like, I want to hit the fucking tree line way
On the
in
other
the back.
side.
You want to be on
Yep.
the top of second gear.
Oh, I want to be in deep into third.
So you guys feel the difference between a 50-second run and like a minute
Oh
20?
yeah, way better.
Do a 3-minute run at Freeze Your Curves.
Yeah.
It feels like it's forever.
Oh yeah. Even this, I was like, oh, I still have to be in pace, huh?
Yeah.
Like I'm
You, like-
so used to a quick little like, what that done.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, we got like 3 more corners.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm still on the back straight. I have to keep
Yeah.
gunning the other half of the course.
So
I
But
think
yeah.
the thing I'm most looking forward about to freeze your curds is when we rock up with the 44 with all 3 cars on it.
yeah.
It's gonna be something.
Hell yeah.
And Andy can run the fucking Super Duty.
Oh, it's gonna be a fucking
Not all, baby.
It's gonna be a goddamn tractor pull getting up the hill. It sounds like.
It's like we'll have to bring like another trailer with the Jeep and the F350 on it to
Yeah,
just
right?
tow out everybody's stuff.
Pretty much.
Yeah, if it doesn't rain a foot, it won't be as bad. But
Hopefully, I'll have some mud tires on my truck before then too.
this is true, and it'll be soybeans, so it'll be a little bit smoother, I guess. But yeah,
Beans.
but yeah, no, it was actually a really fun event. So yeah, we
Yeah.
got all the pictures are up on the Milwaukee region group page, not the like host page. There's there's the display page that they can put their stuff on, and then like the interaction page.
Gotcha.
I also shared it to the Yeehaw Lads and Crew Facebook page. There's several people on.
Whew. Wow. Hey.
There are 10 of people in it.
Tens of
10,
people.
no, 10 of people. I don't think it's 20.
I think
yet.
there's like 12.
Okay, yeah,
it's
I'll say I
not-
think there's 10 of people.
it's currently not
and
booming.
4 of us are sitting in the room. So
I don't think I'm. Oh, no, I am on it.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't use Facebook anyway.
I don't
but,
use Facebook.
But yeah, so we're gonna try to keep posting stuff into there. Hopefully, we can start get that going. So if you're listening this far into it, still feel free-
Congrats.
check the links in the bios. You can join in all the pages
congrats,
and all the
and
fun.
I'm also sorry.
And also, if you're interested, we're gonna start having guests on more and more frequently. Is the theory? So even if you think, my car's not that cool, trust me, we like cars. We'll listen
Yeah.
to anybody ramble about
We'll find
anything.
something about it cool.
Oh,
We just like
absolutely.
to fucking yap.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like we're 2 hours into this, and I was trying to get like an hour and 40, and that's just the way it is, you know. But no, overall, it's like it's a fun event. It's a great community.
Yep.
We'll gladly talk to anybody about any of it.
We actually got a couple of shout outs, which was kind of
Josh is
awesome.
always great about giving us a shout out
Yeah.
at the end of it.
Correct.
Because we have a
So-
couple of random follows out of that. So
Oh,
hopefully we can
nice.
keep.
Sick.
We're gonna try to start.
Hello, rally people.
They're nobody's listening this far.
No.
Have you met us? But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that was. Anybody else have any final thoughts about the event, or
Nope.
that pretty much
No.
summed it up pretty well?
Nah, I got the nerd out about my camera stuff. I'm good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's one more little set of things, which is next event for May 18th, I believe the day is.
Yeah.
They're trying to get a taco truck to show up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what?
Fuck.
So Julie's gonna be pissed.
So what? No, she's thrilled. She doesn't have to cook. But
That's
what-
her deal.
people need to sign up earlier.
Yeah, I
to
gotcha.
encourage
I
them.
seen. I didn't know if people sign up that fast or if the season pass
season
people
passes-
are already on.
The
it.
season passes are already pre-filled
Okay,
for all of them.
that's what I figured because there
But-
was like 15 or so people already signed
I think there's
up. I'm like,
11
"God damn."
season pass holders right now or something.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more than that now. But,
There was a lot of people already signed up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool.
but the more people
yeah.
get signed up sooner, the more likely we can
it
get.
is 2.5 weeks. So, or
It
whatever
is going to
the
be
fuck. It's-
soon.
yeah.
It's 2 weeks
One,
from this
2
weekend.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
very far away. So
2 weeks and 1, 2, 3 days.
well, yeah, this weekend
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. Yeah, but. If we can get people signed up soon, we can get a taco truck. I'm surprised Andy didn't see that and be like, "Mochilos tacos!" Oh my god!
Well,
I
I don't know if they're bringing them like if they're having a
actual
Milwaukee, no, a
food truck?
Milwaukee one come down or a
maybe.
Byron one come to close.
as
or,
of right now, I know they're looking. I don't know if they
yeah,
found
I
one
was
yet.
assuming they were trying to find someone like relative to Byron, not
Should
not.
be fair.
but they want to get people signed up
Yeah.
sooner. So
I mean,
they
I
can have
guess
a better
Mochilos
number.
is from Mendota, so you're 20
It's still
minutes
not that
more
far,
north,
but-
but still.
Yeah, you mentioned it to Robin either way,
Yeah,
just to
I
see
guess I
what's
could.
what. But so yeah, if you're a rallier and you haven't signed up yet, you might as well get it done. Then we can see if we can get some food up there.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else to listen to for this week, but I think that's the majority of this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, if you're still here, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.